key detail about a lot of the renovation stuff is that during the conversation, you told them, well, tonight we're going out to a dinner, so can you do it tomorrow? So the house you're currently at, still not renovated, and will not be renovated until the day after the dinner event this session. So that's why I send the message of just like, tell what you want in the house, but it's probably not going to be renovated during this session, I reckon. That'd be very surprising. So, yeah. But there's still a little bit of time before the actual dinner itself. I think we agreed it was like sometime in the early afternoon, if I recall correctly. So y'all decided to just head back to your house for a little bit to either lay low or do whatever you want.
Well, there was the question of travel logistics.
Yes.
If we were just gonna hike there and show up sweaty to the feast tomorrow, or if we were gonna like get an Uber or something.
Mm-hmm.
They call it flip-flop.
Well, I mean, that's up to y'all to decide.
I'm down for getting a wagon with horses. We split it amongst the group of us. It should be a lot more affordable.
To do what? To get a carriage or to get horses individually?
No, the carriage with horses.
I mean, do we need to buy one, or can we just hire a driver to drive us up there?
I think we're gonna have to go into town and find out if they have carriage rentals.
Mm-hmm.
Like limo rentals.
Well, how far is it? Maybe we can just walk.
It's like a kind of like a few hours walk to the north.
Okay, well, maybe
so
not.
You could just walk.
I mean, we probably have to leave now. If we were gonna do that, we just need to go.
Why don't we go into town and find a horse? Or a horse and carriage.
Yeah, let's go do that.
Okay. So you say like horse and carriage, and Skippy, because he knows the city quite well, will say, I don't know the guy, but I know we can probably rent something like that. Sure. And then he will just kind of go, do we want to leave now? Do you want to hang out here? What do y'all want to do?
I'm okay with leaving now.
I don't have anything better to do.
Wait, hold on. Are we dressed and like ready to go? Or are we dressing in the carriage? Or...
We should get dressed before we go.
Okay, so let's...
I think so too.
Unless you want to just do the Superman style change of outfit while we're running down the road.
I would. Fact.
Oh god, it smells in here still.
It'll air out over time.
Why did I pick one at the hall?
Very good.
Walk past it. Okay.
Jasper, you gonna hang out here?
He is. He zipped upstairs for a hot second.
Gotcha. Okay.
He just changes in front of everybody.
Right. He just doesn't care.
Yeah.
Just on the street. It's like, I'm very comfortable in my body. Thank you very much.
Right. Don't body shame me. Knock knock.
Peek my head out the window or out the door. Yeah.
Can you zip up my back?
Oh my god, I was just gonna come and ask you the same thing.
I don't know what I have on that needs to be zipped, but it's something.
Or like the laces, the ties in like the back of the corset or something. I don't know.
Perfect.
Just put your foot on my spine and just pull. Perfect. It's perfect.
Now I'll get yours.
Okay.
Mine smells
Medieval.
like brimstone. I don't know why. Chard laughs in the background.
I love chart.
Oh, I wish I found this music before starting
too.
today. Shit. Because when I literally thought of this, I was just like, oh man, I definitely need this song. And now I'm sitting here like, oh no. Oh, I don't even know how to look it up.
That's the worst for me when I'm like, oh, I can hear it so clearly, but I don't know how to
Oh,
put it into words.
Oh god, I might need to call my emergency friend who's obsessed with this game series.
Own a friend. What's that song? Love it. What's the dedication to D&D?
I was gonna send her help.
Help. Please
You
help.
know that song from Persona?
Drop everything.
Persona what? Which persona?
It's like 3, the one that goes like do 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 do. It's like it when you're talking to Igor or something.
The Velvet Room song? Oh, I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
That one, like the piano.
Yes. Yeah, thank you so much. The moment you said Velvet Room, that got it.
Kevin still
expert-
not turned me on Persona.
My expert consultant friend. God, she's so fucking fast. She, I ask her that song when you're talking to Igor, and she's like, "Oh, it's the Arai of the Soul." Oh, she's so good.
She just knows.
Ah. Oh, and she's got the link too. She.
Technology.
She just responds, "It's burned in my memory."
Oh.
It's a good song. It's a very good song. All right. Okay, so everyone's back. Everyone's back, right? I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
All right, cool. So y'all ready to leave?
We are.
Amber's trying to figure out how to put this headband on with her hair and to still have her hair up. She's just like, but up is what they do when they go out for fancy things, right? So how am I supposed to? You know what? It's fine. And she's just gonna wear it down.
Oh. Let's scoot out. Off we go.
Ah, Jasper, I saw you moved exceptionally quickly.
I was like, we're getting out of this place that
You-
smells like.
Man,
What?
you just straight up phased through the wall there, huh?
Misty step, my friend.
Misty step.
All right, hold on here before we start teleporting around. All right. Yeah, hold on. Just, you know, let's say you're all in like about here-ish or so. You know, like, all right, who's leaving first?
Oh, fun.
Gibby is, 'cause it's gonna show us the guy, right?
You know what? That's it. Oh, that's the best suggestion that you've actually ever said. Thank you so much. Like,
Sometimes I've got gold up there.
all right. So then he kind of looks around like, all right, we're all ready to go? Excellent. Off we go. He opens the door, looks outside, closes it. I'm not going anywhere. And then and then he starts running.
No, wait.
Where's he running to?
Can
There's
I
way-
grab him?
there's
Just
Can I-
far. He's
Can I
running
attempt
far.
to grab him?
Nah,
Can I
he's
attempt to grab him?
disengaging. He's running.
No, he's in the bathroom.
No, bad people. Bad people. I'm not here. I'm not here. I'm not here.
Alright.
Let's go big.
That's what I thought. Y'all moving a little bit too fast there.
Can we
All right.
open up the door?
Absolutely. All right. Let me just go ahead and. Boop. All right. Who's poking their head out the door first?
I'll do it.
All right. Yeah, you poke your head out
Which
the door.
way does the
and-
door open? Does it open from the left side?
It's a fair
I would say it opens like this way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm behind the door then. Okay.
Yeah, you're open. You're going through it.
Also a good choice.
I'm not that precise about like in which way doors open.
Amber, you're right at 4 hit points.
It's just a saloon door. It'll wibble wobble wherever you want it to go.
Yeah, you know what? Sure, that's exactly what it is.
I like those cottage doors with the top half that opens and the bottom half are separate.
Oh, I always love those doors. That's like I want that in my future house. Anyway.
Yeah. Do myself. Oh, thank you.
Technically, you know what? Yeah, sure. You all took a short rest. If there's anything you need to replenish from a short rest, you can just go ahead and replenish it. Y'all hung out here for a little bit, getting changed. You didn't do anything extreme.
So,
The short.
So I don't get spell points back. Okay.
You do not.
And not hit points?
If you choose to expend hit dice, you can.
Okay, I get it.
Yep.
I'll be okay.
Okay. You got a cleric. You got a healer.
I'm fine.
All right. So, Indigo, you poke your head out, and you just see an exceptionally well-dressed woman standing here. Let me blow up this picture a little bit. That's what she looks like.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Happy.
And then you see, so you see her, and she's like, "Hello, can you send out Skippy?"
I'm sorry, who?
Skippy, I just saw him.
Oh, Skippy?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna turn around and be like, is Skippy here?
Gonna shrug my shoulders and shake my head. No, I don't think so.
I don't see him. Sorry.
Did
He
he
must have
leave
gone
already?
out the back door. Maybe.
Hmm.
I don't see him. I'm just gonna open the door a little bit wider so she can see us all standing here.
She's not really bothering to look inside, but she'll just say, "Interesting. Well, I sent some of my men to collect money that he owes us, and as it turns out, one of them is now dead. I assume that's your doing."
You sent men to hurt a friend? And we
No,
hurt-
no. I sent them to collect money that he owes us.
To collect Skippy? We saw Skippy being carried away, not money. We stopped the
Well,
carry
we-
of Skippy.
Well, hopefully, he had money.
How much money is it?
Well, now that unfortunately we lost, one of our own, and you can't possibly put a cost on a life. And interest nowadays, it goes up quite a bit. I would probably say he owes somewhere around 100 platinum by this point.
I've already searched him.
Just pocket change.
I've already searched him, and he has no money.
Yeah.
She stops for a second, and she wasn't looking inside before, but then she actually steps in front of the door. She looks at all of you. Thinks for a second. I'm sorry. We must have had the wrong Skippy.
Well,
Come along. And then she gestures to these two guys who both look very confused. They're just like, we're
I'm just gonna like fan the stench at them a little bit more from inside.
I'm gonna help. I'm gonna use like. Yeah. Are you really?
No. No, it's out of range.
I was like, oh, again.
It has a 10-foot range. I can't do that from here.
So these guys look exceptionally confused because they definitely saw Skippy. She definitely saw Skippy. And they're just like, where are we going? And then she just grabs like his collar and just like pulls him forward and says, I said we're leaving. And they just follow along and they just go off screen.
Was it Pharaoh that triggered that, or was it just her seeing all of us?
Give me an insight check.
That's. Oh man, I was just gonna ask that because that's what I think too. Can I support his insight check?
Anyone who wants to can give me an insight check.
Okay, thank you.
I actually need to roll her deception check because she's definitely trying to hide something.
That was for Jared, not me.
Okay. All right. So.
That's why I keep
Well, nicely.
Man, Jasper,
no.
you just believe in everything someone says nowadays.
Jared keeps you grounded. That's what I'm saying.
So Jasper, you just 100% believe. Oh, there must have been some other Skippy I just wasn't aware of, right? And then, however, Wendy, your intuitions were correct. Something about Ferrero's speaking there shook her a little bit, and she decided that was a good time to leave.
Is there anything about Pharaoh's appearance that marks him as an Echo Knight, or anything else?
No.
Okay, so it's not that aspect of it. Pharaoh, you know this person?
I do not. I don't really know anybody outside of my village.
Maybe she's afraid of elves.
Do you have a wanted poster somewhere I don't know about?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
I'm not wanted for any crimes anywhere.
Interesting choice of words.
Inside check.
Do it again.
Gets another
Yeah,
3.
yeah.
Nope. That's not.
Ooh.
Oh, I
He's
can
done.
see your rolls on D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Ferrero's telling the truth.
Popped up right here.
He is not wanted for any crimes that he is aware of.
No.
Likely story.
Now we just have to find. We have to find Skippy's clone. His
Extra
doppelganger.
insight check.
Look at Jasper and be like, you really think? Oh God.
What? I'm pretty.
I'm gonna try to pat him on the shoulder. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Sorry, BRB for like 1 second.
Okay, yeah. Good catch, by the way. That I did that the moment Ferrero talks. I like that. You see, Kevin, this is why I wanted to iron out your backstory, because I knew this was going to happen soon. Okay, well, this woman left. You let her walk away,
Yeah. Skippy.
and
Skippy.
We have some questions.
What?
for you.
What?
Skip, you need to come on. I'm gonna grab him.
Ah! No, not again!
Come on.
No, I can
Come on.
walk.
Come
I
on.
can walk.
No. You have answers
I-
to give us,
I-
sir.
What do you mean answers? What have I done?
Yeah, that's what we want to know.
Oh my God! Please stop! I can walk.
Oops, sorry. Sorry.
What? What have I done?
Who is she?
Listen, all I know is that she's one of the ones who will come around and be like, "You owe us money. She's the reason I'm missing this," and then he'll hold up his hand that has the missing pinky finger.
You're lucky that's all she took from you.
Wait, listen, I'm just trying to live here.
So she's just another grunt?
No, not that I'm aware of. The grunts report to her.
Who does she report to?
I have no idea.
Insight check.
I don't believe you, liar.
Just got a tape recorder that just yells at
Oh, come on.
Hey, natural 20.
Nice.
Oh.
Jasper, you believe he's telling the truth. He actually does not know who she reports to. Amber, you think he's lying. You think he
Yep.
definitely knows who she reports to, and he's just not sharing it.
You know he's full of shit.
Tell us about your clone.
So you believe that you don't believe that she doesn't have anybody higher up or that he doesn't know, but you believe he has got a clone doppelganger somewhere.
Literally. I mean,
Who's this other Skippy?
Oh god.
I bet just Skippy's a lich.
Oh.
It's just a scarecrow made out of a pillowcase.
Yeah.
Pumpkin head.
3 gnomes in a trench coat. Yeah.
Okay, well you're lucky because she decided to change her mind about coming for you.
Oh?
You can thank Ferrero for that.
What do you do?
I'm just gonna shrug.
I didn't do
You don't know
anything.
either.
I'm gonna turn around and be like, Harry.
Okay, well, does that mean I can go outside now?
As long as you
Maybe-
stay with
maybe,
Ferrero, I
yeah.
think.
Just hold his hand, you'll be safe.
Yeah, hold hands.
He'll look at Ferrero and just kind of go, well, I mean, he'll hold out his hand.
I just stare at him blankly.
Okay, you know what? Never mind. It's okay. That's fine. You're not a touchy type.
Fashion one of those little bungee child leashes.
Yep.
The little teddy bear backpack, yeah.
Backpack, yeah.
All right, well, I guess we're going. Watch out, they might be hiding around the corner.
Oh.
God.
Okay, do this
Oh.
Insight
a
check.
lot for you?
Oh. Should we make Ferrero go first? And by make, should we ask Ferrero to go first? Sorry. Just in case she's around the corner.
I'll go check. Is she there?
No, she's not. You do see one of her lackeys kind of like hanging out across the street.
I'm gonna glare at
Obviously, like as a look at, he's trying not to maintain eye contact. He's just like,
no, I'm just full on staring at him.
Can we go talk to him?
you certainly can.
Alright, let's go talk to him.
For the
I'll
sake,
stand here and point at him.
yeah, so just to make sure you understand some of the context here, this is a busy street. There are a lot of people in the street. So it's not just you guys and this bandit.
I thought we were in like a
Right,
weird
well,
alleyway.
the alley is kind of deserted, but once we leave
the-
the alley, it's a main street,
Yes.
right?
Oh.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
Got it.
I'm gonna start from the alley, pointing straight at this guy, and slowly walk across the street toward him. With my hand
Alright.
up.
All right. In that case, let's do a little bit of this.
Oh.
Oh no, you. This art does not come with us. Only this comes with us.
What's happening?
Hold on.
Alan's talking to himself again. Vanek.
Oh no, no. It's fine. It's fine. All right. Here, just so that way y'all have tokens you can still play with. Look at the top. That's where you are.
Oh.
Like top middle.
Look up. Way up.
Oh, I need to get rid of these two dead bandits down here.
We'll just leave them literally the city with dead bandits.
Leave them. Look at the skeletons where they used to be.
Oh.
Decompose.
Would they decompose that quickly?
You just fade into the ground like enemies on Street
This world
Fighter.
they do.
How bad are the rats?
Oh.
Fair enough. How hungry are they?
Well, you haven't seen it like a lot of rats. You've seen a few mice.
What's the game? Oh, Dishonored. Have you guys played Dishonored?
Yep.
With, like the rats that just like carry bodies away.
Yep.
I want to point something out, by the way. I put an effort to find that track specifically for her, and I didn't play it.
Inside chat.
Do you know how disappointed I am in myself right now?
Redo. Back it up.
This won't be the last time we see her, I'm sure.
Oh, don't worry. I
Shut
have
up.
Inside chat.
Inside
that
chat.
is for a certain purpose. Don't worry.
Maybe there's a way that I edit the screen video and add it in.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. All right. So yeah, you peek around the corner. There's this bandit guy. The moment you lock eyes, he's just like, oh, look at the sky. Beautiful day out. Wow, crazy.
I kill him.
And this is him here. Sorry, I hadn't scrolled my map.
Yes,
Yep.
that is.
Who zoomed in?
And just again, friendly reminder: there are a lot of commoners just walking around.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna.
I'm worried about
Okay.
why
I'm
you're
gonna throw spells across the street. I'm gonna wait until I'm within a 10-foot range here. I'm gonna.
Good.
We can get Card just to go invisible and distract him.
Well, what's the goal, though? I mean, I'm just being a weirdo, but what do you guys want to do?
Just sneak past him.
I want to climb the roof.
We're telling you, climb the goddamn roof. Somebody yells at you.
Uh-oh.
Insight.
Just yeah.
Are you gonna give me a stealth roll? All right. Okay. All right. Let's see how perceptive all of these people are.
Oh.
I had to go through the bushes.
As you clomp around on the roof, something very familiar comes out of the building.
Oh no.
Nah.
Unfortunately for you, Amber, it's not familiar in a funny way. It's familiar in a very unfortunate way.
Oh no.
Out of the building, you see a man in black and red robes, a robe that is exceptionally familiar to you and your past. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Your ex-husband.
A guy's gonna walk out. He's gonna be like, "Man, who's out there walking around the ceiling?" He's gonna look up at you, and be like, "Oh, oh my God, it's her! It's her! Guys, she's on our roof!" And then he's gonna run inside.
No. Shit.
Go to sleep.
That all happened on the other side of the building from the rest of us, so did we even hear it?
Oh, you literally just effectively what all of the rest of you hear is, "Oh my God, she's on our roof!" You just hear that from around the corner.
Winnie.
Yes.
Help. Can you help me get out, please?
You want me to catch you?
I mean, or just like help me so I don't break my legs.
Okay. Don't break my arms.
Don't break my heart.
What am I doing? An assisted athletics check or something?
I guess, yeah. I guess just make an athletics check with advantage, I suppose.
I'm not helping that much.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? It's cool.
My athletics is -1, so.
All right. Well, you know what? Wendy did not do a good job at catching you, right? But you did an excellent job at breaking your fall with him.
Yeah.
Oh, my wand.
Sorry. Thank you. I'm gonna whip out my disguise kit.
Uh-huh. All right. What are you trying to disguise yourself as?
I have no idea. I'm gonna like try to put wrinkles on my face, like draw them in to make me look like an old lady. And then I'm gonna hold my shawl up over my hood and like tuck my hair in behind me and then like put a bunch of like makeup around my eyes so it just look really dirty and like old. And then I'm being hunched over.
Just appearance changing. Okay.
Thank you for helping me, Sonny.
Amazing.
I'm gonna look quickly and be like, if anybody in robes comes around, I'm not here.
I look down at my robes
Not your kind. Black and red robes. Sorry. Black and red robes.
okay.
Eventually, as time passes, you will see a group of robed individuals, right?
Oh.
You know, they're running around the building. They're looking up at the roof and everything. They're just like, "Guys, I swear, I just saw her on top of there. Oh my God, I can't believe she's back. It's crazy." and they're just gonna like run down, continuing to look up, and one of them's just gonna accidentally bump into Wendy. "Oh, sorry, sir. Have you seen a lady in a dress clomping around on the roof?"
Hey, buddy. Oh, but this guy over there, he was pretty dangerous watching all of us. He's a suspicious guy.
Does that have to do with the lady that was climbing around on our roof?
Maybe.
How?
Maybe he's lookout. Ask him where they went.
Yeah, okay. Wait, give me a deception check. Hold on. I want a deception check here. Okay.
This is amazing.
Lucky for you, cultists aren't very smart. And this was gonna go. "Well, you might have a point," and then they're just gonna swarm this dude. They're just gonna be like, "Sir, have you seen a lady that's bouncing around top of the roof?" They're just gonna start pestering him with questions.
Guys, this way.
Aw.
Amber, do we need to talk about
Nope,
people you're scared of living right outside where we're living now?
I had no idea they were there.
Okay,
I
but what
haven't
we're
seen
gonna
them
do
in
about it?
years.
We're gonna do something about this?
No, not right now.
Guys, what's going on?
Do you know those people?
Kind of. Skip
Are we
horses.
okay?
Yeah, no, everything's great. Skippy, horses?
Yeah, I know where the horse. Yo, later, do you want to vandalize their temple or something? I hate those guys.
Skippy knows these guys?
You know these guys?
I was panhandling on the street one day, and like one of those guys like kicked the shit out of me and took my gold. Yeah, fuck them.
Oh.
Okay, we burned down the house. Let's go.
Wait, Wendy,
Not that temple in particular.
Too many witnesses. Too many witnesses.
Oh, okay, tonight.
Come back tonight in the cloak of darkness.
Wait, okay, it's fine. Just Skippy.
All right,
Now.
we're going to the horse. Okay. And we'll assume you all managed to get away without being followed.
I rub the makeup off my face. I'm like, oh my god.
No, this is your fault. They wouldn't follow me if it wasn't for you.
Oh, hold on. So I don't want to type real quick. There you go. All right.
What's all the paper?
Oh, don't worry about it. All the typing's fine.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Don't worry about it. All right. So you follow Skippy kind of like through the alleyways, right? And eventually you do come across kind of a pretty sizable stable, right? And he will kind of say, leave this one to me. I haven't tried to beg these people for gold yet. They don't have a negative opinion of me. And then he'll walk up and just be like, we need to borrow a carriage for a dinner, and preferably a driver. We need to arrive in style. How much would that cost? We're trying to go to the temple in the north. Big boy, how about that? And the guy, just looking really unamused, will kind of stop and go, North Temple. The carriage is 3 copper per mile. The temple to the north, that's like, that's like 12 miles. To 2 silver. And then Skippy will go, oh, sorry, Fred, the math is a little off there. That'd be 3 silver and 6 copper.
Skip.
He's an honest man.
Is he
And then he'll go, no, not 2 silver.
Yes, Skippy,
No.
2 silver.
No,
Amber's
punch.
gonna shove him.
Where's mouth?
I got this. Sorry, Fred, the math doesn't actually check out there. You see 12 times 3, right? That's, and then you look at the guy who's like who's running the stable, and his eyes kind of start to glaze over, and he's like, you're right, sorry. That'd be 1 silver, 8 copper.
Really?
And then Skippy just goes, no, that's not. Yeah, okay, yeah, 1 silver, 8 copper.
Yeah. See, I told you, Skippy, sometimes this stuff is not good. It's too scary for me.
It's just basic math.
It's too scary for me. Hey, the man. Let's go.
All right, okay, all right. He'll take some gold from out. He'll take a couple of silver from out of the pouch, and he'll just say, you know what? Just takes 2 silver. Keep the change. You know, very kind, very honest, and then he'll call to the back, and he'll kind of bang on the door behind him and go, carriage. The temple of the Zale people, those guys, yeah, those people. And then eventually, you kind of wait there a little bit. You see a stable boy kind of bring out a couple of horses with a nice little carriage that can easily seat 6 people, right? And you see the stable boy just kind of get the horses in place, tie stuff down, and then he'll hop on, kind of like in the driver's seat and be like, "All right, ready."
Love it.
Oh, I think I had art for this once. I might have art for a carriage. I definitely had to use it at some point. Aha! Found it. All right. And do you all just hop in and you get ready for the drive?
Then we gingerly step up.
Sorry, what was that?
Activate fast travel.
I said I gingerly step up.
Gingerly step up.
Yes.
I love it.
I roll.
Excellent. So,
Jasper does everything gingerly because he's spicy.
Spicy. All right. Yeah, all right. Yeah, sure.
I am in culture.
Ah, I see.
Did you guys see the RPG Maker icon that made? My favorite was Jasper. He just turned out perfectly.
All of them are really cute.
I know.
Yeah.
I've been showing like everybody all that stuff too. I'm like, look at my D&D group. We're all so cool.
we're all so cool.
You guys don't even know. I have the coolest friends.
We play pretend every 2 weeks on Discord. It's a really, I promise you, it's not as bad. Where are you going? Wait, guys.
What's wrong with pretend? Who cares if I'm in my 30s?
All right. And so as you kind of get in this cart, you travel through the woods. You're on a pretty well traveled path. You're not really seeing too much traffic. You see a little bit of passerbys, and you notice that as you kind of travel more and more, that big statue that people have talked about starts to kind of come up from over the horizon, and you start to slowly grasp how big this thing really is. I believe I made it like 600 meters tall. No, sorry, wrong number. I made it 600 feet tall. This comes out to about 150. No, sorry. Words. 180 meters tall. So this is a very large statue. You get closer and closer. And as we approach around here-ish, can everyone give me a perception check?
Can Shard help me?
Sure, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
I've sand fleas in my eyes.
Sand fleas?
I don't know where they came from, but I do.
In the sand, clearly.
Yeah, from this dry riverbed we're traveling on.
Sand fleas from the sand.
I'm glad Shard helped me out.
Well, it's just the insight rolls.
I'm sorry, perception. My bad.
Okay. What's your modifier in perception?
Good question.
You can also just roll perception, whichever you want to do.
+2.
Okay, so I'll just use the first one here then, and then the second, and then like the second one in charge.
Perception.
All right. So anyone that got less than a 15, right?
When you go
What
there,
a
Patty.
what a wonderful stroll you're having on this fine, beautiful day, right? So Wendy, Ferrero, and now Jasper. I see the 17 here. All right. You see what looks to be footprints going up this hill here.
Okay.
That's it.
Can we identify the type of footprints?
They are like shoe prints. So they are people with shoes. Got that much. Regular sized feet.
Wait a second. I'm a people with shoes.
Oh,
You are. Is that crazy?
Was you?
It was me.
this whole time.
What was the guy's name?
Okay, keep going, Garter.
Yeah. What does this mean? It's just somebody needed to go to the bathroom while they were on a trip. Let's keep going.
Fair
Hey-
enough.
hey,
All right, off
Skippy.
you go.
Are there usually reports of bandits or anything like that around these roads?
Sometimes. Not that often.
Doesn't seem worth investigating, despite the DM's reluctance to let us move on.
I mean, hey, if you want to move on, all you have to say is, we move on.
We move on.
Yeah,
All
not
right.
much to go from here. We can move on.
Beautiful day. I
Just
see.
be on alert.
I'm gonna get Chard to fly ahead of us. Just keep Scout out. And I'm gonna use the level to watch through him.
That means you can't see your current surroundings, but we got you covered, I guess.
That's right.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
as it turns out, you pass through with no problems whatsoever. Nothing happens. Everything is A-okay.
Perfect.
It was
What
just
a
a
lovely
beautiful
day.
day.
What a beautiful day it is.
Couldn't have asked for nicer weather.
There's, yep, beautiful weather. There's nothing wrong.
Just as we assumed our ride would be.
Yes. Anyway,
Anyways.
we move off the side of the map, right? You continue to ride for a few more miles, and you start to kind of see more of the temple. You pass a lot. Once you make clear of the forest, it opens up into sprawling farmland that goes about as far as you can see, and then there's a huge temple about-ish in the middle of all of this, right? As you kind of ride on the road, you will see farmers just kind of like wave at you as you pass through. A lot of these are kind of commoner farmers, so it's not really like a greeting of, oh, you're celebrities, and more so of a, hi, hello there. Just trying to be friendly. Are you gonna be friendly back, or are you just gonna like be stoic in the? What kind of impression do you want to make on these people as you arrive?
I want to be like that creepy ex-girlfriend, like with the really big eyes, with like a really creepy smile. Also wave. Hi. Hi.
You do that to a couple of people, and they just at first they see you, they're just like, oh, all right, they like wave at you, and then you do that back to them. They go, okay, yeah, all right. Just like slowly, just turned off completely, just like, oh, okay, bye, I guess. And they just get back to what they were doing, just tending the land. And eventually you arrive at the gates of the temple, where one of the guards there will walk
Yes.
up to...
Exactly.
Sorry, what? Oh, yes. Okay, yeah. The overly attached girlfriend. Yep.
Yes.
The guard will walk up and go, what's your business?
We're the honorary guests of the banquet, my dear.
Yeah, the heroes that killed Babadook, the giant snake. Yep.
Babadook.
Duke had a name.
Yeah, we're very aware that you're coming. Thank you so much for everything you've done and your contribution. Let him through! And then
You're
you
very
kinda-
welcome.
And you see the gates open up, and someone will kind of guide the stable boy over, like, to the side where a lot of the other horses and carriages are and stuff like that. And eventually, once you park and you all step out, one of the what's the word I'm looking for? It's just like a follower of the one of the followers of the temple. Acolytes. Thank you so much. One of the acolytes will kind of come up and go. It's like, greetings, heroes. Please follow me to the dining hall. You're quite early, but there's more to come, I'm sure.
Better early than late, I say. Yes.
Yep, and you follow this acolyte through the halls, etc. And let me drag in your tokens before I push you onto this map.
No pushing. There's room for everyone.
There is room for everyone, correct. Alright, and eventually, the acolyte will take you to this dining hall where there's a bunch of people. And as you arrive... Did I not drag and Skippy? Oh, no, he's right there. Oh, okay, I'm just blind. And as you walk in, the acolyte will yell loudly, right? Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? The heroes of Zale, the slayers of Babadook, they have arrived! And then a lot of the commoners will kind of look towards you, and they'll just... will start clapping.
I'll curtsy.
Tip my hat.
Your beanie.
I love it.
Alright. You know what's really great about typing?
You can hear it.
Oh, yeah. And I'm going to need someone to keep an eye on their Discord DMs in a sec. Alright. So, now, if you wish, you can walk around, you can interact with people. You'll notice that this woman here, who looks much better dressed and much more sophisticated than everybody else in the room, right, will kind of walk up and just kind of give you a bow and say, "Welcome, adventurers. Thank you so much for your contribution to everything that you've done. I must know your names."
I'm Amber.
I am Indigo.
My name is Jasper. Like to go shooting down the slopes.
The name's Ferrero.
I am Sirwin.
Oh, you share a name with a god.
Yes.
Was that intentional on your parents' part?
It was.
I see. Are you a follower?
I am. It is sometimes awkward to use my name and the god's name together, so I have my friends call me Windy.
Ah. That's also quite a lovely name. Well, my name, the people here will call me Mother Mithrelyi. I am in charge of this temple here, and I partially organized this dinner for you because, well, many of the people wouldn't be here if you didn't kill Babadook the giant snake that was destroying our crops and harassing our farmers. We were actually forced to evacuate for quite some time until we got news that it was slain.
Place cleans up nicely for having been evacuated.
Oh, we put a great deal of pride in keeping everything clean and organized.
This is a lovely feast. Thank you for having us.
Of course, we're expecting more guests over time. So feel free to wander around, chit-chat. You can speak with some of the other folks. If you have any questions for me, of course, you may feel free to ask.
Hey, I do have a question.
Hmm?
How is it that Babadook got its name?
I think it was one of the farmers that gave it that name. You know how names are. They just kind of arrive.
What kind of food is in front of me here, Alan?
Excellent question. Across a lot of these tables, you see a variety of meats. You see a bunch of lots of fruits and vegetables. You do see a giant roast pig that's not quite ready yet because the feast hasn't actually started. A lot of the people that are already in here are just kind of like setting things up. But so like there's like turkey, there's salads, there's different types of soups and casseroles. Not everything's out yet, but a lot of it.
Yum. I'm hungry.
If anyone wants to give me a religion check about basic customs for Zale. Zale.
Not me.
We know shit.
Who's Zale? Never heard of him.
Sales that one dude, right? I think there's something about a shovel.
I'm just like really confused that anything that's happening that's different than what the way the Church of Searwind does it is just completely uncomprehendable to me.
Amber's just gonna think it's too like clean and fancy, and she like doesn't belong. Like she doesn't. It's like too high class. So she's just kind of like arms at her sides, like holding her hands, like okay.
You all got a low religion checks, I'll say. All of you think that it is very rude to eat all of your food that when, like, you're a part of like a family that worships Zale or anything like that. Because food is so hard to come by, right? So to eat all your food is exceptionally rude.
You know what's gonna happen, but okay.
After a little bit of time, right, of you just kind of walking around, hanging out, you start to see more people kind of arrive, some noble type people. And some of them will introduce themselves to you, just because they want to meet the heroes, right? Some of them will and then some of them will mingle amongst each other. They'll chat, they'll talk, etc. Can I get a perception check real quick from everybody?
Found some footprints.
Good job. We should go investigate those.
Jinkies.
Jinkies.
Excellent.
Oh,
Wendy, You notice Indigo's gone.
Uh-oh.
That's it.
No.
You just notice she's gone.
Amber? When did you last see Indigo? She is not in the room anymore.
Amber's got her face like with some food in it.
Wait,
What?
did Indigo introduce herself? She was with us when we were talking to the leader, right?
Correct.
I think so.
Okay.
Hey, Ferrero, have you seen Indigo?
What do you mean?
She's not here.
Oh. No, I haven't seen her.
I was too busy stuffing my face with those fruits over there. No.
Oh,
Excuse me.
Miss
Oh.
Riley?
Okay, on.
Sorry,
Who wants
sorry.
to go first?
You can, Isaac. Go ahead.
Talking to the leader. Excuse
Yeah.
me, miss. One of our friends has left. Is this, did she ask for directions somewhere, or do you know?
She'll look around and then she'll go, your friend Indigo, I assume?
Yes, she is no longer here. Did you see where she went?
I didn't, but it's possible maybe she had to use the latrine.
Yes. Okay.
I'm sure she's fine. We're all very safe here.
I'm gonna go look for the latrine.
Excellent.
Wait a second. Where's Catherine Justice? She's missing too.
Like, no one's talked to Jasper about this yet. So
Just like out of the blue, just says this. We're all, what?
Yeah, just random to charge specifically.
Who's Catherine Justice?
Yes.
Yes.
You start eating.
I'm so happy y'all are being intentionally rude by like eating before everyone is here.
I was
I'm
kind
so
of
happy.
sneaky with it. I'm just like shoving fruit in my mouth. It's like grapes and things.
Well, if you're trying to be sneaky, give me a stealth check.
Okay. You got it.
If it's rude to
Oh,
finish your
no.
plate, then the only answer is to eat a little bit off of all the plates.
Ah.
All right. So you're trying to sneak food, right? And every time you do, you turn around. There's some commoner just looking at you.
It's over here trying to eat this.
Yeah, it just every time you look around, there's just someone else just looking at you. Yeah, this guy in particular is just like, huh? We haven't started eating yet.
Wrong.
Probably guessed.
You haven't started eating. I'm enjoying myself.
All right. After some time, all right. Eventually, like some acolytes will, continue to introduce people. Some people looking about as you expect nobles to look, right? And at one point, you will see, one fella walk in, right? And you see an elven man with an eye patch, right, walking through the door, being guided by an acolyte. And then the acolyte's just like, ladies and gentlemen, introduce, and then it completely walks past them. It's just like, they know who I am. and then he just walks into the room. And he will take a seat right here without talking to anybody.
Somebody's important.
So, how you doing? What's up? How you doing?
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Well, what can I do you for?
I'm sorry. Do you speak common?
I'm speaking common right now.
Not very well, though.
What are you trying to say?
What are you trying to say?
Exactly. Good day, sir. Say good day.
Alright. Alright, yeah, have a good one.
Jasper.
What?
Jasper, have you seen Indigo? Where'd she go?
She's about 4'8", red hair.
Where?
4'8"?
I don't know. How tall is she? I'm trying to describe her.
4 foot. Okay, hold on. I know you Canadians don't know feet. That is obscenely short.
Very short.
That's very short.
She can be short. She's a woman.
Hold on. That's really short even for a woman. Just
Well,
letting
maybe
you know.
she's got a growth hormone deficiency. I don't know. I didn't judge her.
That
Just
was
so
her
you know.
cost for.
The shortest.
That was her
Like,
cost
I
for her
think
paper.
they are not for their outward appearance.
4 foot. That'd be like what? Well, halflings are like 3 feet, right? Or are they
Sure.
4 feet?
3 feet and change, yeah.
Okay, she's 5'3".
And
That's
that was the-
significantly better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the cost her patron demanded for her powers was a foot and a half of height.
Oh my god.
Chopped right off the bottom.
Just imagine a giant indigo walking around. Just
Like she's just missing her shins.
They just glued her feet to her kneecaps.
Why she wears heels all the time? What?
Oh my god.
All the time.
I love heels.
What do you mean she's missing?
I can't find her. Wendy came up to me and asked if I'd seen her, and I haven't, and now she's not in this whole room. I've looked everywhere. I've even gone out here, like yelling for her, and
A little. You're not able to find her.
I did say I went to the latrines, but I'm assuming
yes.
I found nothing important and came back.
You
right?
found nothing important.
One shocked lady wondering why you're opening the latrines when she's in there using the loo. Close it up!
Hey, as he said last session, he likes to watch. All right.
Oh, no.
Ending.
No.
Aw.
We jumped 2 levels
far.
of
Some
confessions
things
here,
you
people.
stand.
As she's on the toilet, poison breath.
He's like, oh no, she did it first.
So again, a little bit more time passes, right? And eventually another acolyte walks in and goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? The leader of this great country, Commander Callan!" And then you see the commander. And funny thing you notice about the commander, remember when you were shopping for clothes, there was that one obscenely expensive dress that was just way too much?
Oh.
That is exactly what she's wearing.
Oh dear.
Beautiful.
Where is she?
We're wearing the exact same thing. That's embarrassing.
you went and saw Field Day too?
I had short notice.
We did as well, so we just, got
My-
some days off stuff.
My advisor told me that I need to look the part.
Well, you certainly do. Yes. Mm-hmm.
She just walks up and starts talking to Mother Mithrelia. Why'd I give her a weird name? That's my fault. And she starts just like chatting casually with Mother Mithrelia. And eventually, everyone starts to kind of take their seats. The commander will sit up here, right? Someone who just simply does not deserve a token sits next to Mother Mithrelia. You can reasonably assume it's her husband. I don't have a token for him, so get over it.
Okay.
I demand. No, just kidding.
Well, he doesn't deserve a token, all right?
He's a token husband.
He's a stage.
Oh,
Oh.
Literally a token of. And everyone starts to take their seats. And also, right at about the same point in time, Hey, Indigo's back.
Indigo. What happened to you?
Are we eating now? I'm not very hungry.
That's okay. Just are you okay?
I think so. I just don't know. I think
Why don't you come sit by me?
okay.
Jasper, you're gonna sit next to this dude.
Yeah. So, what do you do for a living?
I farm wheat.
I'm sorry.
I farm wheat.
Are you sure you speak common?
This is starting to get really offensive.
Okay. That guy wasn't speaking common at all.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I think you just okay.
I have a knack for these kind of things.
I have an ear for accents.
You have the thickest of accents.
An important note. Give me a perception check. Anyone who wants to.
Nope.
All right. Natural 20.
Oh Jesus.
Nice.
Indigo.
Nice. Wendy and Jasper, as you kind of sit down, right, you see a noble-looking person walk up to this seat where this guy's sitting, and then he goes, excuse me, sir.
I didn't see an indicator. Where are you pointing?
Oh, so am I still like down here where this guy's sitting?
Oh, okay. I was just zoomed outward. Okay.
Like a very important-looking noble person walks up, is like, excuse me, I believe you're in my, and then he'll just snap back with, fuck off.
Whoa.
And the guy just goes, okay, and then he just walks away and sits next to this guy.
Okay.
Nobody questions it. All right, and then
Is Indigo still sort of like spaced out, or
I'm just gonna fill her a cup of water.
Yeah, I was
Here,
gonna
you
see if
can
I
take
can I without disrupting the party or anything, can I use like a medicine check or anything to sort of see if I can tell if there's anything going on?
Yeah, sure. Because a medicine check is mostly just like, you examine like just basic.
It's just physical health.
Biological.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to evaluate mental health with that, but at least I could check something out.
Oh, she seems perfectly healthy and fine. Nothing's wrong.
Okay.
At least physically, mentally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of want to detect magic also, but I feel like that would be disruptive.
You think?
Let's just keep a close eye on Indigo. Okay.
All right. And after everyone is seated, Mother Mithrali will kind of stand up and say, "This was thrown in honor of these brave, amazing heroes who slain Babadook the giant snake that was terrorizing our people for the last several weeks. If it was not for them, we would not be in this room today, and our farmers would not be back at work." And then she'll look at you, gesture towards you, and be like, "Thank you so much. Everyone, please dig in." And anyone who's mildly perceptive will notice that everyone is, except for y'all, is an exceptionally messy eater and is eating a lot of food.
I will try to follow suit and begin stuffing food in my face.
Yeah, let's mimic the customs of those around us. Play along.
Blend in.
But yeah, the food is all very good. It's very fresh food. This is probably the best meal you've had in years. because most of you have been semi-homeless for a certain amount of time. So this meal is, you needed this. You really needed this. This was good.
I'm gonna feed Chard just a bit of the food and see how he reacts to it.
So cute.
Yo, he likes it too.
Like he's invisible on my shoulder, and I kind of just hand him some.
Yeah, sure. That's totally okay. Yeah. And every time you give me a perception check.
Like the one I just did, or another one?
A different one.
Oh, okay. Come on.
You notice that every time you say, like, look to the right to talk to Wendy, even just briefly, you look back and it looks like something's missing from your plate.
Oh. Dear Chard.
When Chard
You have
is
no
invisible,
idea
is he
why.
invisible to? Is he invisible to you too, or can you see him?
I don't know. How
Or
does
you
that
just
work?
have an awareness of
I
where
think it's
he is?
I think it's more so he has an awareness of where he is, right? But I think he also cannot like physically see him.
Amber's gonna lean back and look at Jasper and be like, "Wow, you eat a lot.
He's eating for two.
What? Wait, what?
Wait.
He's pregnant.
How? Amber's gonna look at Skippy. Like, are you eating for two also?
What? I don't think that means what you think it means.
Is that just a thing?
That's a common saying for when I'm just gonna keep eating, and then he just gets back to his food because it's also the best meal he's had in years.
Oh, sweet.
Eventually, some time passes, right? And one acolyte will just kind of barge into the room, right? And she'll just start screaming. Well, she's first going to be like super out of breath. Everyone immediately looks at her because she swings the doors wide open. There's a guard at the door that just kind of goes, "Oi, what the hell?" And
Good job.
yeah, and she'll just yell, "Ah, she's dead, and Deldas is dead."
What's that?
And a lot of people look, except who. And a number of people here look very concerned as a bunch of them start to get up and kind of file out of the room. But some of them just kind of stand up and hang out. Commander Kellen gets up. Anyone who wants to try to judge what Commander Kellen is thinking can give me an insight check.
We do. Natural 20.
God damn, you're on fire today.
It's like all of
Commander's
them
just like, oh no, not again.
using them all.
Anyone who gets over 15 would have noticed that she's been kind of bored this whole time of just formalities, blah blah blah, and then she goes, "Dead? Action? Finally, some action!" And then she gets up and she's like hurrying towards the door. Are you gonna join them and follow them, or are you gonna hang out here?
I'm gonna stuff some whatever like bread or pastries are around and some like fruit that's not like I don't know how else to describe it, but like not like cut open or anything, like a whole fruit. Anything I can fit in my pockets.
A bunch of sliced pineapples.
Yeah.
Just the rings.
Jared's gonna go to my place and look through his eyes.
Okay, all right, that works.
I'll just eat.
Did Indigo eat anything?
No.
No. Indigo, we had a good meal. Did you not? Did you already eat?
I'm really not hungry. I might have done something.
What do you
This
mean?
is not good.
You should have eaten something. You won't feel well if you don't eat.
I think we should go.
If she doesn't feel like eating, I don't think forcing her to will make anything better, but it is something to be worried about.
Amber's gonna grab a
Let's-
couple more snacks and stuff them in
Okay.
her belt or whatever. Be
That's
like,
the
okay,
guy.
well, I'm gonna grab you some snacks, okay? So if you get hungry later, just let me know and I'll give you whatever we have.
Let's go with the others, but Indigo, stay by my side, please.
Oh, okay.
If someone's dead, I don't want to be there. I'm gonna hang out right here.
Yeah, you stay here.
Skippy, you
I'll
stay here. Also, Skippy, find a bucket in case something happens.
Oh God. I mean, there's a lot of dishes here in bowls. I'll probably be able to find something.
Just in
Yeah.
case.
All right. Yeah. I literally just said there's dishes and bowls I can use. I literally have a cup here.
Oh,
Yeah,
You
the
need
cup
a-
is gonna
You
do
need a
it.
bucket to hold all the dismembered limbs.
True. All right. So, you kind of follow the crowd down the hall, and eventually you get to a room that has an open door. There's already a guard kind of at the door, looking really confused. Of just stop! You might not want to see what's in there. Commander Kell literally just doesn't care, and she just looks inside, and she goes, "Oh my God, who wants to look inside?"
I do.
Cool. So, allow me to set the scene for you. All right. On the so this is a bedroom, right? That's pretty obvious. But almost every wall and all parts of the floor have just blood splatters all over it.
Oh goodness.
You see the head of this woman just perfectly just like cut off and placed at the foot of the bed. You see a few limbs just kind of across the floor that, and it looks like even though they were ripped off, it looks like whoever did this also kind of broke the bones too, because there's like bone spikes protruding out of some of the limbs.
So she was mangled and then decapitated.
Absolutely mangled, destroyed. Like this, whoever did this also ripped out some of their rib cage.
Holy shit.
This is without a doubt probably one of the most horrifying sights you've ever seen in your life.
Amber's gonna pull back in and look at everybody else and be like, it's not for the faint of heart, so if you can't stomach dismembering, then I wouldn't dare take a peek. But otherwise, go right ahead.
I'll go take a look. Can I assess if it looks like anything that might be ritualistic versus if it just looks like they got mauled by an animal or something in between?
Give me
That's a great question.
a. You know what? How about this? Give me an Arcana check and a Nature check.
Okay.
Ooh.
Whoa!
What?
Whoa, what?
What?
One for you, and one for you, and one for
I
you.
just had a moment of brilliance. The
Holy
I-
gods are speaking to me today.
wow.
All right. Excellent. In terms of Arcana, there was no ritual used here. Absolutely none. You have you see no semblance of magic. You don't see any materials or anything that could be used for any kind of spell anywhere inside here, right? In terms of nature, you don't know of any animal that can do something like this. Because this is not just mauled by bear. This is like whoever did this, right, or whatever did this, wanted their body to be absolutely destroyed, and then put an effort to put their head at the foot of the bed.
They wanted to send a message.
Okay. I have one more thing to do.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to use Eyes of the Grave.
Hold on a second. Wait. Hold on. I want to see this. Open the awareness to magically detect. All right, hold on. You gain the ability to catch undead. Okay. There are no undead.
There's no undead anywhere nearby. Okay.
There is no undead anywhere nearby. Okay.
Okay.
Are
Just
there any
need
weapons or anything that looks
ruling
like
out
it?
options here.
Or any,
There
like,
are.
forced entry?
You don't see any weapons. In terms of forced entry, give me an investigation check on the door.
Okay.
Okay. But before we start our investigation in full force, how is the crowd being managed other than just telling people they might not want to look at this?
Okay, so the guards are effectively like shooing people away. Especially like commoner folk who probably shouldn't be involved in this whatsoever, right?
Okay.
And then after some time, right? So Amber, you look at the door and you don't see any signs of forced intrusion, but also you don't really know what you're looking for when someone's just like, "Oh, is there a sign of forced intrusion or anything?" Right?
How is the
So
commander reacting?
she is just looking around, and she's mostly like on alert for if like a possible threat is about to occur.
Okay.
Okay.
Even though she does not look dressed for battle, but she still looks ready because that dress was a little bit much.
Looks fabulous. Who is she wearing?
Who is she wearing?
Filthy. This is a filthy original, one of a kind.
All right, and after a little bit, the commander will then say, "All right, everybody out. Everyone go back to the hall because we need to talk about this. Guards, no one in or out." And then the guard goes, "There's no one in there. The only one in there is dead now. I don't think she's coming out." And Commander O'Connell said, "I mean what I said. No one in or out." Okay, yes, Commander.
Is Chard is here, but I don't know where he is. I'm gonna try to.
Oh,
be
right.
Like, Jasper, Chard, stay in the room if you can.
Oh, he will.
Excellent. All right, cool. So, eventually everyone kind of like shuttled back to the kind of hall, and everyone's like kind of gathering around. Everyone's super worried, just like, "Oh no, are we in danger? What's happening? Oh my god! Oh no!" And then eventually, like like the conversation settles a little bit, and then at a certain point, the commander goes just like, "All right, in order for us to solve this, we need someone to do a proper investigation of what happened here." The moment she says that, you feel all eyes immediately, right, begin to turn, and the crowd sparses in effectively like a comedic way in a movie. And you see this guy in the bottom left-hand corner. He literally just has not stopped eating, right? Like you look at him and he's just chewing on an apple. And then he looks up. "I never get a day off, huh?" All right. He'll get up, walk around. He's also just like grabbing food as he walks, by the way, kind of similar to what y'all did. And everybody's just watching him and waiting for him, and he'll just stop at the table, be like, "Ooh," picks up another apple, puts it in his bag. You know what? Actually, he just takes the whole bowl of apples and just dumps it into his bag, and then he puts the bowl back on the table.
That's what I forgot to buy. An extra bag. That's okay.
So we're
Okay.
the fruit sack.
Fruit sack. That's a brilliant name.
Okay.
Do you want some fruit? I have an apple here.
I'm fine now. I want to listen to what Nick Fury has to say.
No, I was talking to Indigo. Nick Fury.
I feel like this guy's Vincent Van Gogh over here.
I see it.
Does that make Skippy Matt Mercer?
Yeah,
Aw.
perfect.
And then so after he walks up, after shoving a whole bunch of food in his bag, right? He'll go, Senior Detective Kyer, at your service, I suppose. I hope I'll get paid for this. Looking at the commander, and the commander just rolls her eyes and nods, and he goes, very good. Well, I have a few suspects in mind, just based on what I've heard from the overflow in conversation. Suspect number one, catch. And then Ferrero, he's throwing 3 apples at you. What do you do?
Just try to catch him.
Give me an acrobatics check. Or a sleight of hand? Acrobatics. All right. Yeah, so you catch them all expertly, right? And then after you catch him, he goes, that one certainly has the dexterity of someone who can do something like that. I don't know about his skill with a blade and be able to sever a body like that. And as far as I'm aware, he was here the whole time. Nonetheless, I want to look at the body. Anybody else?
You just told us that this person has the dexterity and physical ability to do what was done, and you didn't see what was done.
I listen to conversations, and from what I hear, there's several body parts thrown like across the room, a severed head. I look at the person with the sword. I'm sorry. You're my first suspect. I want to look at the body.
I assure you, a sword did not do this.
Hmm.
I can assure you, a sword did not do this.
I'll be the judge of that. Shall we? If you're not the commander or any of those 5, and then he'll point to all of you. I want none of the rest of you there.
Right. So who's not included in the 5? Is it Jasper or Skippy?
It's Skippy.
Okay.
It's better if he stays there anyway.
Yeah, and then Skippy was like, "Wait, I'm part of their group. Why am I not included?"
Because you'll contaminate it.
And then Detective Kyer will look at him. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, I want to see the scene, please.
I want to stay with Skippy.
I want everybody in that room. I want
He
all
needs help
5 of you.
looking because he only has one eye.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Well, she's not feeling well. You should let her sit down.
Fair enough. I'll be back. Anyway, I mean, I want all of you to stay here. I don't want any of you to leave until I've done a proper investigation and I've asked all of you questions accordingly.
That'd be great. I'd hate for you to suggest one of us was a suspect before you were actually gathering all the information.
Oh, you mean like he already did?
Yes, I definitely did do that. Don't be offended. I've accused her of being a suspect too, and he points to the commander.
Well, aren't you
You
just
sound like you sound like a great detective.
Solve as many
Okay.
crimes as me, and then you can talk shit. All right.
Indigo, let's have you sit down.
Are any of you joining me, or am I just going to go by myself with the commander?
Well, I was in here with you the entire time, so it kind of rules me out, doesn't it?
Sure. Yeah, I bet.
Well, you agree then?
What was that?
You agree?
Oh, absolutely. Yep. There's definitely nothing that could possibly link you to such a thing.
Oh, the sarcasm.
All right. Are you joining me, Mr. What's your name?
Rocher.
Roche. Thank you. All right. Please come along. And then he so Ferrero, you, him, and the commander all leave. You kind of during the walk, do you want to ask them any questions or talk to them about anything, or are you just gonna follow?
I'll just follow.
Okay. Um and so eventually walks back up to the scene. The guard sees all of you. He opens the door. And then the commander goes just like, what did I say about no one in or out? I'm joking. Don't worry about it. All right, in we go. And same scene as before, right? And then not Commander Kyer. Wow, it's Commander Kellen and Detective Kyer. Why do I give people titles? Anyway, Detective Kyer will just kind of look around, right? He's very quiet. He's not really talking much. He's just looking at things. At one point, he kind of, picks up a pen and he kind of like tips the head over that was placed upright just to look at the actual incision itself. He's like, okay. He could, continues looking at absolutely everything, right? And Avenger says, all right, I have all the information I need. And he was in there for just a while, so you know. So Jasper, you do see him just poking everything in the room. He's like slowly turning over parts of bodies, right? He seems completely unfazed by any of this, by the way.
Okay.
And then
You mean Ferrero?
well, Jasper, I mentioned Jasper because he's also has
he's
Chard in the
invisible.
room. Yeah, he's seen all this. Yep.
Got it. Okay, sorry.
Yep. And then eventually he'll kind of go, well, yeah, no animal, and I don't know of any spell that can do this, but I still would wish to talk to all those adventurers, including you, Mr. Rocher. No offense. But yes, I don't want anyone in here for the foreseeable future until I can gather more information. So everybody out, please. And then all three of you will get out, and he'll kind of stand at the door and wait. I said everybody out.
You can see Chard. Is that what it is?
Chard isn't up somebody. Chard's a nobody.
And then he'll look at, like, Ferrero and the commander and just go, 1 second, sorry. And then he'll go into the room and close the door. And then he will say, you can't hear him out in the hallway, but he'll say, I don't want to kill your friend. Can you just get him out of the room? And then he'll open the door again. Is Chard gonna leave?
I didn't know you were referring to him.
Yeah, well, you get a strong feeling.
Is there any windows in the room?
Yeah.
Are they open?
No, they're closed.
Oh. All right. Well, I guess he'll stay in the room then.
What?
Left the room, you said? Sorry? You said he'll stay in the room?
Yeah, he'll just fly to the ceiling.
Help out.
All right, I need to look up the health of an imp. Sorry.
Oh,
Like 11 hit points, dude.
It's 11. All right, cool.
Sorry, 10.
Oh.
Oh, 10.
Yeah.
Absolutely wild, dude. All right. Well, yeah. So Charge just like flies up, right? And then like since you can kind of like see through his vision, right? You do like eventually he'll just the detective will just go, all right. He reaches into his other bag. He pulls out a what? A bow, like a compound bow, then just folds outwards, right? And then he reaches back into the bag. He pulls out an arrow, and then he goes, "All right, where are you? Where are you?" Stands perfectly still for a moment. Nice try. And then he'll aim and shoot, and he is firing with disadvantage. So who knows? Char's dead.
Oh. Charno.
How much damage did he do?
14.
Okay, so he's got resistance against non-magical attacks.
It's magical. It's a magical weapon.
Okay. So
Believe me. Yeah, he disappears. Yeah. But he knows very well he got a hit, and it's just like, I warned him. And then, obviously, you don't see the rest of this, right? But Ferrero, you see him walk out the room. You don't see any weapon on his person or anything, and he just goes, I guess there was no one in there. My apologies. I must have been mistaken. Shall we go back to the hall?
Sure.
Excellent. And then eventually everyone kind of gets back to the hall, right? And then he kind of goes, all right, I wish to do a proper interrogation of the possible suspects. All right. So can everybody that's not you five, yeah, you could stay, I guess. And he points to Skippy. And then everyone kind of starts to funnel out of the room. And the commander tries to stay behind. And then Kyra looks at her, just, you two, get out. Come on. And then she just looks kind of annoyed. And then eventually she leaves. So now it is just you six alone in the room with Detective Kyra. And
who's you 6?
all of you players, and Skippy.
Did I go with you guys?
You're also
We're back in the banquet hall.
back in the banquet hall. Yeah.
I see.
All right. And then after she leaves, he'll go. Quite frankly, I don't really think any of you did it. I'm more interested in what you didn't do, to be honest. And he's gonna walk over here, carve off another part of the pig, and then he'll just eat it right there.
Only irony.
But I still have to ask questions to make it look like I'm doing my job. First, I guess first question, and then he'll walk up to Jasper. Why didn't you make your friend leave the room when I asked? I was being very polite.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Give me a deception check. All right, he's gonna roll an insight check. And then he'll respond to, I'm sure. Yeah, of course you don't know what I'm talking about. So he'll kind of walk up to Ferrero a little bit and go, at first I thought it was you, but yeah, after looking at the incisions, that was not a blade, for sure. So you're in the clear, Eladrin. You're in the clear, Eladrin. I like you, though. Stick around. You, from your colors, you worship Searwyn, yeah?
Yes.
Very good. Yeah, I don't think you have anything at all possibly about you that could ever make me think that you could do this. And you two, as well as that fellow in the end, you're all fiend warlocks, from what I've gathered. Can you tell me who your patron is? And he takes out a little notepad and he's like starts taking notes. Anytime.
What do you mean?
What's a patron?
What does that? Yeah.
Do you have one? What is that? Is that a pamphlet? I don't have any pamphlets. I can make some though.
Listen, at the end of the day, all right, I'm not particularly scared of you. Even if you all did do this, I don't necessarily care. But this would be much easier if you're honest with me. Here, let's start with some baseline questions, right? You have to tell me the truth for these questions. Just tell me the honest truth, right? Walks
You
up to Amber.
first.
Of course, ask me any question you like.
Guests of honor at this banquet. This feels very uncomfortable.
I'm sure. Any questions you have for me before I start asking you questions?
Sure. Who gave you this authority?
The commander did just now. You saw it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The person you bossed out of the room?
Yes. To be fair, if she really wanted to, she could have stayed, and I wouldn't have been able to stop her. But sometimes, if you're persuasive enough, you can convince anyone to do anything.
I'm really feeling quite tired. I think I'd like to go home.
I'm just asking some simple questions. Some questions shouldn't make anybody tired. Isn't that correct? So, Miss, and then he'll turn to Amber and go, I just wanted to ask you some baseline questions. What's your name?
Amber.
Wonderful. Nice to meet you. I'm Detective Kyer. How old are you?
29.
And for another baseline question, just so we make sure we're all being honest, did you kill the giant snake Babadook?
Of course.
Give me a deception check.
Why else would we be here?
Oh, sheesh! Sheesh! That's a deception check.
Thank you, charisma.
Yeah, +5 helps.
Yeah. That and intimidation are my best stats.
Nice.
So, then he'll kind of lean against him and just go, so, listen, very convincing. You fooled a lot of people, all right? You mean to tell me, right, that you 5 seasoned adventurers, you don't even know what a patron is, and you have no magic items on any of your persons whatsoever, and you're going to tell me that you killed Babadook?
Is a patron like my powers? Because I mean, if that's what you're referring to, then
Yes, your
yeah.
powers. Yeah,
Oh,
who
well
gave you
then,
your powers?
I don't know. I woke up with them.
Just woke up. You have no idea who gave them to you.
No, not at all. And then that's the absolute truth for Amber. Like she wholeheartedly has no idea.
Wait, does Amber actually not know who Dother is?
No. Like she has a
She
voice in
just
her head,
talks
but
to
she just talks to the voice in her head. Like to her, it's just like this voice that suddenly appeared, and she hasn't really. I think she's maybe kind of connected some dots that the powers have. She would only be able to figure that out if Dothard took those powers away and said so. But as of right now, he's just an annoying voice in her head that she has had to deal with since leaving
Yeah.
her captured place.
Okay. Do any of you warlocks actually know who your patron is, or are you all just going in blind? I know Jasper definitely does.
Yep.
I would say no. I don't
You
know.
don't know. Okay.
So Indigo
All right.
and I are in the same boat. Okay. We're just like, what's this crazy person in my head?
I see. Listen, I'm trying desperately just to be. I used to be an adventurer too, you know.
Oh, so you're old.
I am. I'm an elf.
He took an arrow.
to the knee.
Beat you to it.
To be fair, I did, but that wasn't why I stopped. I stopped just because I earned so much money and I retired, and then I became a detective. Yeah, maybe I should tell you a little bit more about myself. I, in this city, am the #1 magic detective, right? Anytime something magical happens or people suspect supernatural things, where are you going?
To sit down, this feels like it's gonna take a while.
Fair,
And if-
okay.
I want to eat something if I'm gonna sit here.
Oh, please, yeah, absolutely eat. I've been eating the whole time. I haven't stopped. Apple? And he takes one out of his bag.
I have some, thank you.
Ah, of course. So, like
Got
I
a
said,
lumpy belt.
it's like, listen. The best part about these, I love these people. All right, you can take as many leftovers as you want. They won't even blink an eye.
Well, I just wasn't as wise as you, and she's going to like emphasize wise in like a sarcastic tone about bringing an extra bag. An extra bag would have been really smart.
A sarcastic tone. Does he get sarcasm? Yes, I know. I'm quite wise. I'm about 380 years old. You lose track of the years eventually. You know, and he, kind of gestures to Ferrero.
She's gonna do like the oh my god, like raised eyebrow look over at like Wendy and Indigo and just be like, oh my god, this guy.
But listen, man, I would love to learn more about you. I really
Yeah.
would. Oh, absolutely. I think you're all very fascinating people. The fact that you have warlocks amongst you and you don't know who your patron is, but you're strong enough to kill Babadook, that's incredible. That's honestly astounding to me. And you have no magic items on you or anything. Your skill must be out of this world. I would love to get to know you better.
Oh, buddy, I'm not into. I'm not looking for any relationships right now. But thank
That's
you.
not. I'm married.
And
Thank
no,
you.
yeah.
I have a
People have
boyfriend.
open relationships. It's okay, but I'm not
That's not.
interested right now.
That's not what I was asked.
I appreciate it. It's okay. It's okay. I'm sorry. I don't mean to reject you in front of everybody. I don't want. I
It
just
has
want to
nothing
be
to do
this
with
to
that.
be an easy
Listen,
letdown.
listen.
It's
This
okay.
wasn't
It's
like that.
okay.
I don't know what you're
No,
trying to
yeah, no, I
imply
understand. It's
here.
okay. No, it's okay.
Listen,
I get it.
I would never, ever, ever cheat
Mhm.
on my wife. I'm actually a little bit offended you even suggest such a thing.
So we've established Detective. What was your name again?
Kaya.
Oh, I thought it was Kyle.
Detective Kyle.
Oh.
Detective Kyle, we've established that you were not only a parasite, but you're lecherous to your wife. Let's stick to the facts, shall we? This has nothing to do with the snake. This has to do with the murder.
Yes, and on the topic of the murder, why was your familiar in there?
Again, as we've established, I don't know what you're talking about.
I love it when people are truthful with me.
I don't
love
want
it.
people to waste my time.
I've been honest.
I'm actually willing to believe you on that.
I'm offended.
Don't be. I'm not trying to offend you. I'm just simply trying to get down to the truth. That is,
He's just naturally talented at offense.
that's
I
true.
agree.
I am very naturally talented. Some people think I come off as a little bit rude, but here's the thing. I am exceptionally
Can't imagine
aware.
who.
I think you're naturally obtuse, my friend. You haven't found anyone yet, and you're still here chatting away to us. We've had nothing to do with this.
Oh, well, no. You see, here's the funny thing. I already know who did it. I'm just convinced by this conversation that it's not a threat.
So you are wasting our time.
Yes, absolutely. Because I want, like I said, I wish to learn more about you, why you're here, and why you do the things you do.
Money.
Valid. Very valid. I was, like I said, adventurer myself for quite a few years. I made enough money to retire until people started asking me to investigate incidents where cults were at play or what have you. And then it's like, oh, we need the guy who's an expert at magic. And I go, okay, here I come.
I'm sorry, did you say cults?
Yes.
Interesting.
Why?
It was just interesting, the word coming up.
I find it interesting that you didn't really find much of this conversation interesting until I said the word cults.
There are many kinds of cults.
There
What
are,
was
I agree.
your specialty of study?
All forms of magic. And when I say all forms, believe me, I do mean all forms.
What's your
Arcane,
favorite?
divine. My favorite? I love the arcane. Anyone can easily access the arcane. It's quite incredible. Where even for myself, if I wanted to go get divine magic, I have to go beg someone for it. That's boring. Arcane, I just take it.
That's fair.
Sometimes
Let's
the
ask this
earned
detective.
power is the more satisfying.
What were you doing when the person was killed?
I was at that table over there eating food.
Oh, funny, so was I. But yet, oddly, you're inquiring to us, the guests of
No,
Ben.
And if
here's
he's
the
that
thing.
talented, then maybe he's able to clone
And he
himself.
says he's an ex-adventurer. That's odd.
Mm-hmm.
So he's quite powerful, so he's probably one of the only people that could get away with this.
Very true. The difference
Very
is,
suspicious.
I already know who did it. Because there was one person who wasn't in the room when it occurred. But I will say this. It's been a pleasure meeting you all. Maybe I'll stop by your home one day and we'll have a wonderful dinner together. My treat.
I'll give you something to think upon, though, detective.
Yes.
Those who smelt it, dealt it.
Well said. Well said, sir. Those who smelt it, dealt it. I love it. I love it indeed. Well, listen. All right. It's a pleasure. Like I said, I know who did it. I'll be keeping an eye on you. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do.
Like kill people?
Like
Cheat on your
be
wife.
nice to strangers.
Be a parasite to the royal?
I'll see you all again. Don't worry.
Oh, we're not worried at all. Not if we don't see you first.
I'll see you around. If you ever see me at a restaurant, just feel free to say hi, and I'll treat you.
I'll
You
be
sure
sure
don't
to
choke on
approach
any of
from
that
the
food?
left.
Sorry?
What?
Someone said something, and I missed it.
Oh,
What?
I just, we'll be sure to approach you from the left.
Blind side. Quick, go around his left side.
Oh. God, I understand now. Right. You think my left side's my blind side. Very good. Very funny joke. Have a good one.
Inside check.
Go ahead. Give me an insight check.
Oh.
Oh, he
Yeah,
did.
you know
get
what?
it. Oh, okay. Maybe he's
Yeah.
not a detective after all.
Yeah. Nah, he's pretty good. Yeah. All right. And then he'll just kind of bow out and say, "Good day."
Oh, he's Australian. God,
Good day.
hate those.
I don't like that guy.
You're now alone in the dining hall.
This was a very weird investigation.
Guys, I think we should go while we can.
It's a good idea. Are you feeling up for it?
I'm really ready to go now. Yeah.
Okay.
After a few seconds, sorry, Commander Kellen walks in, and then she'll go, "Well, he told me that you're all in the clear and you're all innocent." And then he walked away chuckling to himself. He's very odd, but he's good at what he does, so feel free to take leftovers and bye.
The man
Are
you
there
hired
to-go
walked away
bags?
without finishing the job?
I trust it'll come back up eventually. We've hired him for a great many deal jobs. He doesn't just drop investigations out of nowhere. I'll see him again.
Are there any like potted plants? Like
Uh,
like here or anything like that? Like
Well,
like I don't know,
yeah,
not very big, like houseplant size.
sure. Yeah, I mean, this is a temple to Zale, a guy that's all about growing stuff. So yeah, there's potted plants and gardens everywhere. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna take like a little small fern.
Okay.
It's gonna go in my bedroom.
All
I'm gonna try
right.
and keep it alive.
It's the money tree.
Yes.
You heard the man. Magic item.
Ooh, this is cute. Yoink.
Yeah, I was hoping to fight something today, but I guess not.
That is sometimes the life we lead. It is not always the adrenaline of combat that makes life interesting.
Makes it more fun, though.
You know,
All right.
there is plenty of criminals roaming the streets. We have run in many run-ins with them since we met you last. Maybe
Oh,
this is
yes.
something that you can use to occupy your bloodlust.
Yep. Yeah. It's a shame. Because I have to make important political decisions, and she's using air quotes, for my country. I can't be out fighting as I used to in my youth.
You should trade places for a day. Have some fun with it.
That would go against our tradition. I cannot do that. The only person who's allowed to take my place is one of my future sons and or daughters.
You could adopt us temporarily.
That has to be a blood relation, dear.
Oh,
Okay, we'll figure out what to do with the blood.
No, don't worry about the crime scene. That'll get taken care of.
that was a lot of blood.
It was. I look forward to the final results from Detective Kyer, but like he said, you're all in the clear, so I have no reason to suspect any of you.
Well, okay, let's go.
It was nice
Well-
to see you again.
Yes, it was. Well, will you let us know what the results are when you find out?
No.
Oh. Can we
Well,
stop
'cause,
by and find out?
I mean, you can try find Detective Kyer, I guess. I'm far too busy.
Oh, I
Dude.
don't like that guy.
He's
He's unbearable.
difficult to get
Yeah.
along with, but he is exceptionally good at what he does. I don't know how it is, but I can introduce him to any crime scene where magic was involved, and he'll just walk in and go, yeah, there was this was obviously divine magic from licks his fingers, holds it to the wind. From that god, yep. And obviously it was this, that.
It's like the Sherlock Holmes.
Honestly, I'm between you and I feel like he's secretly some kind of extremely powerful divine wizard or something. Because there are things where I'll ask him, can you justify that? And he'll just go, no.
Fraud.
So there have been times, right, where he'll say, oh, this person did the crime, but I have no physical evidence of such a thing. And I go, can you find any? No. Well, then I can't arrest them. That's a shame. And then he'll just leave.
Not very empathetic, is he?
He's lived a long time. He's told me he's had a very long adventure in life where he's seen a lot of rough things, so I guess he's a little bit more jaded than others would be. Any other questions?
No, I think it's time for us to leave too.
Yeah, we should be going home now.
All right. Well, have a good one. Stay safe. Be careful on the road back, by the way. Apparently, someone that came shortly after us was apparently ambushed by bandits.
Didn't you say something about bandits?
Yeah, I thought there might be bandits lurking about.
Is there another path back?
That's the main road. Typically, bandits they don't really do anything much on the main roads. They generally tend to stick to alleyways. So when I heard that there was an attack there, I was very surprised.
Do you think they would attempt a second attack in the same day?
Well, against you all, probably not. You're all seasoned adventurers. Why would they throw their lives away at you?
They wouldn't know that just by looking at us, I don't think.
Potentially. But nonetheless, I'm sure you'll be perfectly safe. I've already sent a couple of guards to just patrol up and down the road. So you probably shouldn't run into any problems.
Okay. Alright, everyone, let's head out.
Okay.
And out you head. You go through the temple. An acolyte is guiding you back. Yes.
Is Mother Mithril still around?
You kind of like see her like kind of hovering around the hallway, looking all worried and stuff. Yeah. Did you want to talk to her before leaving?
Well, I guess maybe. Is this an active like temple to Zale that would have leveled clerics in it, or is this just
Yes.
devotees and people maintaining it and all that?
It is. Yep.
Okay.
Indeed, it is. Yep.
Would the mother be one of them, or would she be able to, or do I need to just talk to her to find out?
You'd have to talk to her to find out. Yeah.
Okay. I think I do want to talk to her. I tell the group, on our way out, I would like to speak to the mother for a moment.
Hey.
Well, you see, you're like kind of like out in the like kind of like the hall before the banquet hall, right? Because obviously a lot of stuff has happened. She's very worried. She's kind of pacing the area, just waiting for updates.
Yeah. So she didn't get any updates from the investigator either, huh?
Well, well, go talk to her.
Yeah. All right. Hello. This is such a terrible thing to happen during a feast. I'm sorry that this occurred during a time of celebration.
I'm sorry that this had to happen during a banquet in your honor, and I heard that you were interrogated by Detective Kyer. I'm sorry that suspicion was thrown on you in such a way, but I guess he had his reasons.
He was not pleasant to speak with.
I'm sure. But fortunately, he said you're clear of everything, that there's no way you could have done this.
Yes. I was wondering if there was any way we could contribute to the investigation. Or is Kyer the only person doing this? Because I do not have this spell prepared, but I know that there is those of us in our profession have access to speak with the dead. Is this not something you plan to do?
What level spell is Speak with Dead?
It's a third level spell. That's
Third level spell?
yeah.
Actually, massive. Okay. You can ask up to 10 questions. And she kind of goes, well, we do have a cleric that can cast such a spell, but Sir Kyre said that would not be necessary. We don't have to do such a thing. But I don't see what the harm is. I would be a little bit scared to go against the advice of Dr. Kyre. Doctor, oh my God, Detective. Why do I keep doing that? What? There's not even a doctor here. Why did I say doctor? Okay, yeah, I hesitate to go against the wishes of Detective Kyre, but I don't see the harm personally.
All there.
I'm trying to decide how much I want to open this can of beans.
Listen, you can open any can of beans that you like. All right.
Depends if they're jumping beans or not.
Yeah. I mean, I know that also, we have many healing magics, though obviously it would take quite some power to repair the damage that was done to this body.
That was something we already considered ourselves, actually. And yeah, because of the heavy dismemberment, we don't have any clerics that can cast something like that.
Right. I do have sorry, I know I have a thing that can do. Oh, thought I had it, but I guess I don't. I was gonna suggest gentle repose or something to preserve the body, but I do not.
Pretty sure you have to do that within like a hot minute or something like that of the death, though, don't you?
Well, it just I think it doesn't. All it does is it just stops any time, any clock that's on from the death. So like anything that's dependent on the death. Like if you had to cast something within 1 minute of a death, then gentle repose would preserve that if you cast it within that first minute. But most other things are on a timeline of a couple days, and so at this point it would still be valuable. But I don't have it, so never mind. Yeah. I guess, well, I would, I'll excuse myself and say, well, I have my condolences for the loss of your colleague.
It's very sad, yes. Did you want me to try and get my cleric to speak with Dead with her, or do you want to just...
I am very curious what would come of that, but I don't want to, I don't want to make you do something you're uncomfortable with.
Are we all there as well?
I'm not keeping this a secret, so
yeah,
I'm
there.
assuming you can be there for hearing this conversation.
No, I just didn't know if you had
if
we carried on ahead of you or something. So
I'm like halfway in there, so I might not have heard. Sorry.
I'm just gonna step forward and say I don't think we should interfere. I think we should just go.
Okay.
I'll hold my hand out for Indigo. Come on, let's go. Let's go home.
Yeah, I agree. I think keeping it in the capable hands of Detective Kyre might be best.
Okay.
I'm gonna take Wendy's hand and Amber's hand.
Womanizer.
The three of us are going to go off together.
Yay.
All right, you continue to follow along, right? Until you get back to the stable. You see the same stable boy there. And he'll go, it'll be an extra 1 silver, 8 copper to go back.
I'm gonna hand him 2 silver.
Oh, how kind. Ready to go when you are.
Back to where we picked you up.
All right, off we go. And then,
I love his voice.
thank you. So, all right, I gotta turn this around real quick. There we go. Yeah. All right, and eventually, right, after a little bit of riding, you start to see the temple and the statue kind of fade away in the background behind you, and you reach this familiar-looking spot where you're riding, and then you see very obvious signs of a kerfuffle that happened around here-ish.
Kerfuffle.
A kerfuffle, yes.
That is awful.
It's pretty obvious to anyone that saw the footprints before, probably what happened here, especially after hearing the news, and you carry on, unless you wish to not carry on.
Are there any
Oh, we're good.
bodies?
Nope.
Okay, then no.
Nothing to see here. Keep going.
And we carry on.
Gotta go.
And eventually, after some time, you arrive back at the city. You pull up to the stables in which you originally spent the money, right? Or you rented the carriage, sorry. And eventually the stable boy go like, I hope you enjoyed your trip.
We'll be back when your balls drop.
I'm gonna give him an apple.
I'm 28 years old.
Oh goodness.
Wait,
Only a year younger than me.
Did it have anything to do with an arrow to a certain body part?
I don't get what you're trying to say.
He's gonna give him another apple. Be like, here, you need these.
Dense nutrient.
I mean, I do like apples. Thank you very much.
Do you have a dog named Pluto? Just checking.
What's a Pluto?
Indeed, what is a Pluto? My next character, that's what.
It's your next familiar.
Oh.
Yep, and you all hop off of the carriage. And what would you like to do with the rest of the night?
Go back home, I think.
Okay. I'll move you over. Boop. Welcome home, everybody.
It's good to be home. What's that smell?
Oh god.
For the most part, a lot of the smell is dissipated.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, you've been away for quite a few hours now. It's been airing out the whole day, right? If you go into this room directly, it still smells, right? But it's not nearly as bad. Like, if you need to use it, you can. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. All right, I will head to my room and start conjuring up Chard again.
Swish.
All right, and then he comes back and he's like, ah! Who the hell was that guy? How'd he see me?
Oh no, we need to take more care next time we see him, though. I mean, if you'd done your job properly, you would have just turned to a spider and fucked off, but I think you're getting lazy in your old age.
I don't need to hear this from you.
you need to hear it from somebody.
All right, I'm trying to help you out. All right, who's the one that talks to your patron? Is it you or is it me? Just remind me real quick.
Who's the one that what now?
Who's the one that actually talks to your patron? Is it you or me? I'm just trying to remember.
Oh, it's because you're so much more charismatic when it comes to the demons.
Exactly. All right. So you leave the smooth talking to me, and you just keep your mouth shut.
This time you win, Chard. This time. So tell me, what were your impressions of this Detective Kyle?
I don't know. There was something. I didn't even move. I didn't make a sound. He just knew I was there.
How did he dispatch you?
Listen, all I remember, the guy took out a bow, and I was just gone. He took out a bow, he stood there for a little bit, and just kind of looked around, and then he said, aha, and then he turned to me and he shot me dead on. I don't know how he did it.
Seems like he must be a little more powerful than I would have assumed.
I didn't even see the bow on him.
Well, that's awkward. Where did it come from? Where did he pull that out of?
Well, he pulled it out of his bag, but I didn't think that bag could hold a bow. He pulled it out, it unfolded, it looked fancy. Looked like he paid a lot of money for it. Yo, I bet we could rob this guy. If we find out where he lives, right? If he's got something that nice, we could probably take the bow and then sell it.
I like the cut of your jib, Chard.
I like the cut of your jib, Jasper.
You'll make general one day yet.
God.
What's a general?
What's a general with you?
Leave the talking to me.
Amazing.
All right.
Okay, Indigo. I think it's time that you tell us what's going on. At least, what happened to you back there.
I don't know how to tell you this. Sometimes I just wake up somewhere else. And when I do, it's really not good. And I found myself disappeared from the main hall and the conversations we were having. And when I woke up, I was in the room with the woman who was torn all apart.
Wait, you woke up inside the bedroom?
Yeah. And I don't know. I don't know what happened.
There was blood everywhere in that room, but not on you.
You don't have a drop of blood on you. Wait, does she have a drop of blood on her? Does she
She
have
does
blood on
not. She's completely
I was
clean.
like, wait.
Wait a second.
Wait a minute.
I would have found. I'm sure it would have been mentioned when I did my medical check. So.
Oh, right. Fair enough. Sorry.
Sometimes it just happens, and whenever I wake up, there's always someone dead. But I don't know if I do it. I don't know.
I don't think it was you. You wouldn't do something like that.
Is some kind of enchantment?
Just happens. I don't know any more than that, and I haven't ever told anybody. But it's why I keep moving. Because it happens, and then I don't know what to do.
Well, thank you for telling us. Now we can work together to solve this mystery.
And lock our doors at night. Sorry, I'm not there.
Locked door won't happen.
Jasper's already asleep. Indigo's over here pouring her heart out about her past, and Jasper's just gone.
Summoning my familiar is hard work, guys. Takes a lot out of me.
The bell of the ball.
It was most likely the turkey at the feast. I'm gonna be honest.
Tryptophan.
That was also the smell in the other room. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
It's like knockout gas.
Oh, sorry.
Well, thank you for letting me confide in you, friends. It's nice to be able to share this with someone.
Thank you for sharing, because I know it probably wasn't very easy. And I'm sorry it happened to you. But
I'm
I know
also
you didn't do it.
worried that the detective is on to me or thinks I did it. But
He
I
said
don't
we were all innocent. That
I don't
includes you.
I don't know if I did it or not though.
Do we? I have the same worry that he will be watching us for some time now. Maybe we need to do something to prove your innocence. But we would need to find the source of your lost time to do that.
My worry is that if you seek clarity, we might get clarity. And it might turn out that it was me. I don't know what other reasoning would explain why I wake up in a room with someone who's been butchered so brutally. And
Oh,
sometimes it's multiple people.
here's the thing, though. Even if it was you, we are still your friends. And we all, I know you too, want to stop this from happening again. So finding the source, even if it is an uncomfortable answer, is the right thing to do. Right?
I would agree with that. It only really started happening, I think I was about 10 or so. The first time it happened.
Does this coincide with your tact abilities?
Well, I think so, because I was 10 when I got those. But I don't know.
So, just out of character here, so you guys are all bound to the same patron that has 3 different personalities, so you're sort of slightly different.
Specifically, it is 3 fiends that like share a lower body.
Okay. But they have their own
Although,
distinct personalities and motivations.
yes. However, I now know that Indigo and Amber don't know this yet.
Right. So that's sort
Jasper
of
would
part of what I'm
likely know.
questioning is
Yeah.
how is it was it just some sort of innate bond that drew you 3 together somehow, or just chance because you guys weren't able to talk about like, oh, we have this in common, because you don't know you have it in common.
I sought them out.
Okay, that's not it's like, take care of these people, they don't know what they're doing.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Basically, yeah, because I think Jasper, because he knows of his patron and he knows his patron is a three-headed or
Mm,
three-minded fiend. He knows that like we are the other two, but we don't
mm,
understand that. Like we're just like, yeah, sure, crazy person, whatever you say.
mm. Well, it's unfortunate he's not here for this conversation then.
No, he let him rest, man. He summoned a familiar. That's huge work.
He has also had a busy day.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jasper had a hard day, right? He had to summon a familiar. Indigo maybe might have, I don't know, brutally murdered someone.
Yeah, so there's no competition. Mine was much harder.
We'll never know.
My day was literally hell. Just saying. Little murder on the side. Jeez.
Miss Indigo,
Casual.
do you is there anything that is a common trigger for these episodes that you could think of? does it happen on the every full moon or after you eat a large meal or
No,
anything?
random times, day, night. There's no real rhyme or reason to it. It just happens, and I just, like I say, I don't know if I'm sleepwalking or what. I mean, I wasn't asleep at the dinner, but I remember standing in the hall with everyone and introducing myself, and that's the last thing I remember before I woke up in the room.
Can I get a perception check from everyone real quick? It's important. I promise.
Mhm.
Nope.
Carry on.
I'm asleep.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Everybody but you.
There.
Oh,
Oh.
Told you I was asleep. Should I roll for Chard?
Is he also sleeping? He had a hard day. He got killed.
Yeah.
A big day.
Just 1 second. Perception.
You know what? He has no idea. Perception 1. Incredible.
Oh.
Even with a 17, it's not enough. For whatever it might be, I have no idea. Please continue.
Oh.
I have no idea.
oh yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about
Just hear these dice rolls in the background.
Listen,
it.
everything's okay. All right.
But is this like a fireplace?
It
Like
is.
Is there anything in it?
There's wood.
We got some
Like
wood
brushwood?
right here.
Yeah. A lot of it's like used wood, right? Like what's the
Yeah.
already burned, right? But yeah, you do have wood right here. Absolutely.
Perfect. Let's throw one of those chairs on there.
Okay, so I'm just trying to think what steps we should take to try to start solving this.
As you
Definitely.
say that, right? From behind, you hear a voice that you did not hear or see coming, right? And you hear Detective Kyer say, "I'm so happy I followed you all back to where you lived. And this is why
Hey,
I wanted
hey.
all of us to be honest with each other." Yes,
Vampires can't enter without invitations.
hello. I am not a vampire.
Oh.
Prove it.
But listen, you know what? This is all I wanted. I just wanted the truth, okay? And now I have it. That's A-okay. You see, because now I'm going to go investigate what causes people to lose control of their bodies. This is why you make friends, people. This is why you make friends. And he starts to just like back away.
Kill him.
This is why we buy better locks tomorrow.
I
Can I-
promise you, no lock will stop me from being able to come in.
Okay, magic runes then. Got it.
I also promise you, actually, I don't want to tell you that much about me. Sure, magic runes will work.
You really
Alright,
are a womanizer. You followed me all the way here because you really want me that badly. I'm gonna go tell your wife.
I mean, would you like to meet her?
Who'd like that?
Oh,
Wouldn't
you're
you?
not into swinging.
I'm not into threesomes.
I'm not into.
Okay.
You got
The
me.
door's over here.
You know what? Sure. I'm.
Door's
leaving-
over here.
Hey, hold on one moment.
No,
What
no.
is that?
Here, this, please. Thank you.
Shit. All right, fine. Do you want me to not help your friend who's going through mental trauma right now? You know what? Fine. I'll just leave. That's fine. That's okay. I just won't help. I won't help you. I won't help your friends. Who needs help anyway? I'll just figure out what's wrong all on my own and not tell you anything that can help you solve your problem. You have yourself a wonderful night. Goodbye.
Cheater.
Hey, I like him.
So weird.
You're sleeping. Shush.
Hey,
I'm
you
talking.
could participate in this conversation if you had a nice little window right there.
There we go.
Oh.
Window. Little peeky window. The nerve of that guy. Can't believe him.
And I don't know if I trust him.
Oh, definitely
Well,
not.
we definitely don't. But he is right that we probably can't do this by ourselves. Maybe we can find someone else in the city who also knows where to start looking.
Someone more trustworthy. Okay. I'm really, as much as I'd like an answer, I'm really uncomfortable with sharing my story.
Yeah,
further.
we will do what we can to be discreet for sure. It doesn't have to be related to you.
I don't want anyone digging into my past, is all.
It's
Well,
okay.
I
We
think
just
there's
want
at
to
least one
help you
person
have a
that
good
will be.
future.
Hmm.
Skippy's been listening the whole time, and he'll just speak up and go, so when I lose memory, do I just kill people?
Yes.
You're not even here. That'd be uncomfortable.
Gippy, is he... Do you trust him, the detective? Do you know him?
I've never met him. I've heard of him, and he's one of those guys that you hear whispers about on the street. Because listen, I've gotten beaten up by a lot of criminals, right? And I've heard one or two of them go, "Hopefully they don't get Detective Kyer on the case," or something like that.
Hmm.
So at bare minimum, criminals in the city don't like him. So in my book, I like him,
Okay.
even if he is kind of rude.
Kinda.
Okay, he's very rude.
Ooh.
I can't believe he just keeps hitting on you like that. That's so
I
rude.
know. He's disgusting.
It's
Can't
honestly
believe-
terrible. I can't believe people like that still exist, you know?
I know. I feel so bad for his wife.
Yeah, they just can't take no for an answer.
He's a pig.
True. That is based, Amber.
Indigo, do you want to share a room tonight? There's lots of space in my broken down bed.
Thank
Like,
you.
By the way, the construction and mover people are going to be here tomorrow morning, so we might want to be up early for that.
Yay! New stuff, new stuff, new stuff, new stuff, new stuff.
And we gave them a lot of gold, so hopefully the service will be good.
Top notch.
Top notch. Well, I'm going to go to bed.
I mean,
So,
tomorrow we will go out and see if we can find someone who can help us, I think. Does
You
this
check out
sound
the
good?
library. Is there a library?
Oh, yeah, there's a library.
Got to be a library.
Just double checking.
Yes, thank you, friends. It's nice to have people I can count on.
Well, I know you would be there for me if you know the positions were reversed. So I'll do my best to be here for you too.
Thank you. It really does mean a lot to me, you guys.
I'm gonna reach inside my little like sash and
pull out like a pear and be like, do you want to try eating now? And then like the sash is gonna come undone and everything that I've bundled up in there is just gonna go all over the floor. Like, I have some bruised apples and there's a couple oranges and some, I'm sorry.
Thank you. I'm actually starving. Thank you. I just couldn't eat anything at dinner.
And I'll like hand her my bag and be like, I think there's some bread in here if you want that too.
No, I'll take the pear. That's perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
And then I'll slowly make our way to the room.
Pick up all my
Is
bruised
it
fruit.
is it actually evening time or is it just like late afternoon or what?
It's evening time. You
Okay.
all were on like a carriage for a few hours. You'd had dinner. You came back. It was pretty late. You hung out around
Okay.
the fire and you talked. You know.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. So we're getting along now.
Everybody gets a long rest. Correct.
Yeah.
I'll take this side.
I'm gonna put my little potted plant right here, and then my fruit pile over here. Perfect.
It's gonna have a fruit bucket in the corner of your room.
Yes.
Bucket.
And then whatever's
Edible
left over will
arrangement.
become compost to feed the plant.
Oh.
Got it all figured out.
Yeah. Just have that fruit bucket in the corner of the room in the morning that's just like
There's so many
swarms of
flies.
gnats all over the place.
Oh, lovely.
We're making hooch tomorrow.
Jungle juice.
Chunk shoes. Yeah.
You don't want this toilet wine.
Oh!
Ugh. No.
Yeah.
A little sulfury.
Ooh.
You all have a wonderful, nice long rest. I'm going to say Jasper wakes up first because he went to bed first.
Oh, yeah. Need my beauty sleep, man.
No, I respect it. All right, I understand. All right. But Jasper, when you wake up, shortly after you wake up, you hear a knock at the door.
Somebody
I'm indecent.
get the door.
Everyone else,
Wait,
you start to wake up as like there's knocking on the door, and Jasper in his bed is yelling, "Someone get that!"
No, I'm super close to the door. I'm still yelling.
Oh,
You did it!
Is it Jasper's door or the front door?
the front door, like all the way
I'll
up
go-
here.
Oh, this
I'll
one.
I'll go around and get it. Hello?
You open the door, and
What's at the door?
you see these wonderful people here.
Oh.
The movers are here.
Yep. Also, a thing to note: all these guys have identical tokens. There's a good reason for that. They all look completely 100% identical.
Oh
But
no.
you-
Hello, we're here with everything, and then if you like kind of like look outside the door, you'd see a giant cart over here, right?
Okay.
That just that's like loaded with just boxes and furniture and stuff like that.
Oh my god, my bed! Yeah!
Oh.
Hello, yes, hi. We're here to take care of everything. Yes.
Yes, please come in. We will
My
spend the day in
plant!
town.
Of course, excellent. Cliff, come on in. And notice how she says, "Cliff, come in." All four of them come in.
Can I?
Oh. Plant. Fruit. Okay.
Wait, what did you just do?
I went and grabbed my plant and my leftover fruit.
Oh, okay.
Just gonna take it with you.
Well, I don't want them to like toss it out thinking it's trash like everything else in there. So
Yeah, because 10-hour-old fruit is not trash.
it's not.
My banana.
Okay. So it's
My
safe to assume.
tomatoes.
I'm gonna make banana bread.
So it's safe to assume then that everything here is trash, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. And if I recall, you wanted a window somewhere around here, right?
A few of them.
Right. Yeah, I have
Yes.
the floor plans here. Are you sure you want a window here? This doesn't really do much.
Wendy.
I did ask for a window. Is this weird?
Well, I've never. A window inside between two rooms is quite uncommon. Are you going to have this as like a bar area or something?
But my room doesn't have an outside window. I just wanted a window.
Innocent.
Well, generally the point of a window is for outside light to come in, right?
Okay.
I mean, if
I'll
you
think
want
about
to, we can put a window there. Do you want a window there?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Wendy, you're not gonna have your window?
I'm
It's
gonna
the
be
windy
sad.
window.
Yeah, I do want the window.
Yes.
You do want the window? Okay, excellent.
A small one, not smaller, so you can see and talk through it, but not
Prisoners.
Gotcha.
not crawl through it.
Not have conversations with a bum next door.
Not a travel window.
Gotcha. I understand. All right. Cliff, small one here, please. And then this time only one of them will walk up. And you're all in this room, right? But you see this guy go around the corner. You see him disappear. And then suddenly, boom, boom! And then he just hits it with a hammer, and there's like a hole in the wall there.
Cool.
Very good, Cliff. Thank you. Everyone else start moving stuff out. And then you notice that all of these identical men just start picking stuff up and just they
Alright,
just start moving it around.
let's give them space to work.
Let's go get some breakfast. You guys want croissants?
Crescent rolls.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
I think we should go to the Green Bread. I like their stuff.
Yeah, then you can
We
go
need to
pay
find-
off your debt.
I had intentions of doing that, especially I think that lady's not after me anymore, so hopefully I won't get a finger cut off again.
You
Yeah,
should probably
more
stay
fingers
with
is
us
good.
just in case.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
You're with us. You're not going to be losing any more fingers.
I know.
You're one of us now.
One
Well,
of us. One of us.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Wait
Sure.
a second.
Yeah.
Isn't that what the cultists say?
Yes.
Sorry, oh,
Oh.
it's
Speaking of
Green Bread.
cultists, do we want to vandalize those people's temple at some point? I
Oh,
do want to.
yeah.
I don't,
I have an idea. I have an
Oh.
idea for that. I was
Okay.
going to find a bunch of snakes.
Wait, what?
I could talk to snakes and make them do things for favors to me.
I also have Beast Bond.
They're just gonna flood their temple with animals.
Snakes.
Ha! Fuck you guys. You live in a zoo now.
I mean, that's been on my to-do list since we got a permanent residence anyway. I wanted to get a couple snakes to live in my room with me, so...
Oh yes, as long as they stay in your room, Wendy. Stay in your room. I cannot guarantee their safety if they come anywhere near me.
I'll let them know, but I'll introduce you when I find them.
Okay. Wait, fine. Okay.
Skippy will ask Amber real quick, just like, "Oh, did they take gold from you too?" Because I do hate those guys.
They didn't take gold. It doesn't matter. It's in my past now. I just try to avoid them at all costs.
So do you not want to vandalize their temple?
I want to avoid them. If you want to do something, that's your prerogative.
Well, okay. Well, the reason I was asking was because I wouldn't want to do it by myself, because then if someone tries to attack me, I'll probably just crawl up into a ball and cry, like I always do.
You are kind of a chicken.
I don't like fighting. That's fine. Off to green bread for breakfast.
We need to get Skippy some karate classes or something.
Some self-defense, yeah.
Maybe
Or at least
Ferrero
some
can teach me how to
breath
use a sword.
We're just gonna force Skippy to take class levels in monk.
You take him to a fighting class, and it's just like, all right, your first lesson, take a stance. The instructor takes a stance, and he gets scared and drops his weapon and just falls to the ground.
If they bring the training dummy I requested, then I can teach you how to use one of my axes.
Axes are sharp. That can hurt people.
That's
That's
the point.
the point.
Well, I don't want to hurt people. What? I don't want to do that.
Well, sometimes you might have to.
I don't like that. All right, let's go get breakfast.
Okay.
Whee! And with that, we do reach the 3-hour mark, so we can go ahead and call it here. A quick question I have for all of you, because I wanted to make sure I get an okay on this. I have heard multiple times at this point that another player might want to hop in the campaign for a bit. Now, I have a hard rule of not going past 5, but I'm wondering, how would people feel if, like, we have mini arcs where we include a 6th player for like 2 to 3 sessions?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's mostly the burden is on you as the DM. So if you think you can handle it, I'm definitely on. I'm on board for at least one where we see how it works.
Okay. Got it. Then, what else? Oh yeah, end of the session. Who do you all think should get the inspiration?
I vote for Indigo.
I also vote for Indigo.
Yeah, I'm gonna vote for Indigo as well.
I vote for Jasper. I mean,
Get the hell out of here. You can't vote for yourself.
guys.
No, but I really like the part where, like, you know, you talked about your character's backstory. You were able to be vulnerable in character. That was really, really good. Well done.
It was.
I was crying.
Thanks, guys. Oh, you meant Laura. My bad.
Yeah, you did a
Listen,
great
all right?
job.
I'm going to force Jasper to be vulnerable in character, all right? Don't you worry. It's going to happen, all right? I've read your backstory. I know what buttons to push, okay?
Listen,
the way you force Jasper to be vulnerable is you just
No.
the way you force Jasper to be vulnerable is you just give him disadvantage in all of his saving throws.
That's what Jared's for. He'll help.
The real hero.
That's right.
Who gave his life. Sort of.
Useless.
Oh. Well, thanks, guys.
Yeah, no, Laura, there was really good role playing both at the feast and afterward.
Yeah,
the
being all like dazed and confused. That was
character
amazing.
to character moments are always difficult, especially if you're. I don't know how much if you were prepared for that in this session or not, but good job.
The heroin helped.
Thank you.
She had a mild warning.
Yeah.
Mild. I wasn't sure if it was happening today, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to, like, I sent her a message yesterday, just like, hey, before I finish this part of the preparation, I want to make sure you're still good with the idea of randomly losing control of your character.
That's cool.
the plot
And then I-
thickens.
And then I got the
great
A-OK,
job
and then I
sticking
did it.
to your characters, like how your character would feel too, because I kind of have a problem sticking with my character. I just want to like do everything like as me, Ashley. So trying to stick with how Amber would react or how Amber would, you know, say something or what she would do. Is like sometimes I lose track of that, and I think you did a really great job, like being Indigo today. So
By
Yes,
the way,
definitely.
quick question for you, Ashley. Did you see the message I sent you in the middle of the session?
Yes, I did. I didn't know how to
Okay.
react to it at the time, so I
Yeah.
guess I just kind of like took it and was like, "What? Okay."
Well, so that was meant to be. That's what you heard at that
Yes.
moment. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes,
So,
I understood that. I just, like I said, I didn't know how Amber would react to it, so I didn't say anything.
got it. All right. Just wanted to make sure you saw it.
I did. Thank you.
Excellent. All right, but yeah, fun session, everyone. I'm gonna go eat a burger. Have a good couple of weeks. If you haven't sent me what you want in your room, please send it to me because this map will look different next session. Because I got to add furniture and stuff. If you sent me something that is not available in Incarnate Map Creator, I just won't be there. Sorry, that's what I'm limited to.
I just wanted to let you know with the stuff I sent you, I felt bad afterwards because I was like, I hope he doesn't think that I'm like expecting this to be like a palace room, like just general idea for you. If you can do it, great. If you can't, that's also
I got you.
Completely fine. Okay.
No problem. All right, because believe me, you're not the only person that sent me a lot of details. All right. I think that other person might have just made themselves known.
You can't expect girls to not go crazy.
I was sending pictures of like, and this, and I like this, but it doesn't have to be this fancy.
She sent me 4 pictures of canopy beds. Oh no, just 2. Sorry.
2.
Yeah.
Wow. That's okay. That was me with my white fur throw. I was like, like this, kinda.
Yes.
Listen, I get it. All right, I understand. I will try my absolute hardest when I'm putting these together. All right. But just so I know. Okay, so just so I know for next session, y'all's general plan is to do some like personal legwork and trying to figure out what's going on with Indigo.
Yes.
Got it. All right, cool. And then eventually go back to the house. What was that? Sorry?
I said that's at least my vote. I don't know what everybody else feels.
Yeah, no, I think that's the plan. To see what sort of what can we find that can help us, like, because we're kind of determined to not use Detective Kyle.
Kyle. I love
He is permanently Detective Kyle. I hope you realize that. You can name him Kyer all you want, but his name is Kyle.
No, listen.
He's going to be drinking Monster and punching walls all day.
I wholly understand. I effectively intentionally made Kyer to kind of be really cocky, right? Which, to be fair, I think I made it obvious. He has a little bit of a right to be cocky, but like he's kind of rude about it.
He's arrogant.
He's the best around.
Uh-huh.
Because literally everyone that he meets is just like, oh my god, you're Detective Kyer, the famous detective. Like, I know, all right? You don't gotta tell me who I am. I know who I am.
I will eat his soul.
He's like a smart drunk.
Yeah, and I effectively made him like the Sherlock Holmes of magic crimes.
Uh-huh. I got that. Especially with the like licks finger tests the air. I was like, oh god, it's like it's Sherlock Holmes.
Well, so that was more. I tried to make that more of a joke that Commander Kellen was just saying, right? Because that's how she sees it, right?
Yeah.
Because he'll just like walk into her and be like, oh yeah, I've seen this before. This is a blah 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 attack, blah blah. Someone cast that spell particularly over there. It's like, what's that spell? You don't know that spell? Freaking non-magic people.
Muggles.
Muggles.
It's perfect.
But
yeah, fun times. By the way, point of record for that like bandit encounter on the road. The reason they didn't attack you was because I decided spontaneously give them a perception check to see if they can see how strong the people inside the carriage are, like through the flaps or something like that. And 3 of them rolled nat 20s. So I effectively deemed it as they looked inside. They're like, guys, no, not these. We'll literally just die. So they just didn't attack you.
Good job, bandits.
That's why I was laughing during that. I was like, I can't believe I just got 3 nat 20s. Like, You know what? Yeah, they don't attack him. They can just keep going.
Oh, yeah,
That's
congratulations, Isaac, on your 2 nat 20 in a roll.
That
Oh
was
my
a
gosh,
rolls.
that was amazing.
That
2
was hella
different
funny.
things.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
On like knowledge checks too, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, no, that was killer because you have a +0 to like knowledge stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any bonus on intelligence stuff, so that was wild.
Amazing.
It's a shame that like you didn't get much off of that. I tried to give you the most I could, as
Right,
much as it would
right.
make
Yeah,
sense.
well, I mean it's fair. I mean sometimes the DC for things is 30 or 35, and that's just what it is. It's not attainable by a player. And sometimes I'm not
Right.
asking the right questions either, so you can only answer the questions I ask.
I will say that was particularly not the right question, less so
Yeah.
the DC was super high. That's
Right.
effectively what it was. Which you now know it wasn't an animal, right?
Yeah.
For sure. You just don't know what. A lot of people
Right.
don't know what. Maybe Detective Kyra will find out. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I probably should have done detect magic, but everything moves so fast. I didn't really have a way to do that without getting.
I was surprised it didn't actually cast Detect Magic. That was something I was like kind of expecting.
Yeah, I guess by the time we got out of the room and then back in the room, and I felt weird doing it in front of Kyle. So
The audience.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I really liked, back to you, Laura. I like how when Wendy was talking to the mother, like eventually Indigo was like, "Oh no, we don't need to look into this anymore. Yeah, the detective gave the okay. We can just go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I was trying not to be too conspicuous about
No,
that.
you did great.
Oh, that was great.
Suspicions, but let the professional do his job. It's fine. Run away.
He
If
knows
he's
what he's
cleared me,
doing.
then yeah.
Oh, it's green bread. I thought you were doing
was
something with
also-
kale.
Oh.
Detective Kale.
I like to think that it just doesn't matter. You're just gonna keep calling him the wrong thing. Just he can completely like this. It could be like 30 sessions from now. He can
We're gonna
completely
be in-
redeem himself, and you're all just like on good terms with him, but you're still calling him Detective Kyle.
We're gonna have arguments. It's gonna be like, Kyle, no Kyre, no Kale, no what? I'm like,
Yeah, yeah, fun times.
Her name was Catherine Justice.
Oh, I just had a brilliant idea, but that's a secret.
write it down so you don't forget.
I got to write a whole bunch of other things. Don't worry.
All right, it's been fun, you guys. Thanks for playing.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was fun, guys.
we got lots of food.
Got lots of food. Yeah, I also like how all of you failed your religion checks when trying to.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah, because like in Zale culture, it's like you eat until you're full, right?
Yeah.
And then when you're full, you keep eating. All right. Like Zale gave you this food. How dare you waste it? That's why Kyra was just like, "Yo, listen, just take the food. They want you to."
Scoop, 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 scoop.
What's good? You made us rolling a lot of we were rolling a lot of perception checks.
Yes.
What in what situation would we be using passive perception instead?
That's a good point, actually. No, I'll kind of take that then. 'Cause I think, especially in the case of Kyra sneaking into your house, like if you're not trying to actively see him, then that probably would just be passive perception. Because you're right, the passive stats are supposed to be like this. This is just like natural.
Because active perception is doing something like listening at a door or searching for something, and then investigation is used when you already know what you're looking at, but you want to figure out what you can learn from it, right?
Okay. Yeah, I'll take that then. Yeah, I'll take that into account for like using passive perceptions and stuff like that. Because that was something I had to readjust my because the other campaign, the other group during the last campaigns, one of them managed to get a passive perception of 21.
Oh my.
Yeah, so I never made him roll perception checks ever because it would just be like, no, you already see it, except for like 25 DCs and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, it's also each of us as individuals too. I mean, just because one party member can see it doesn't mean that everyone's alerted to something. So
Sure, yeah, but no, I'll take that. I need to think more about like passive stats and stuff like that. Because technically, you're correct, right? When you roll, that's you actively doing a thing, not just like.
Because I was also I was reading something about skill checks in fifth edition, and somebody pointed out that when you make party skill checks, where you're basically just like everybody can roll investigation on this or something,
Yeah.
then each individual who's rolling has a 5% chance of getting a nat 20.
Yes.
And
Yep.
and so the more people who do, the higher you're raising the odds of a success
Yeah.
or crit success, and so then those kind of skill checks become less meaningful unless there's one person taking the lead, basically.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll accept that then. I'll try to keep passive perceptions in mind a little bit more because that's something I remember. Like, I was watching like a Critical Role video where Matt Mercer was talking about his setup, right? And he pointed out like, oh, I even have like a note card here of all their passive insight and passive perceptions, and I was like, that's really smart.
Yeah.
That's actually very smart to just have that on a note card somewhere. So yeah, I'll probably start doing that too. Yeah, all right, I'll take that.
Yeah. If you want to build that note card, you also need their armor class.
So, I have your armor classes on your tokens.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Like, I'm not sure if you can see them on your tokens when you select them, like the circles, but the blue circle is supposed to be your AC.
Oh, that's what those are. I never knew what the
Yeah.
numbers were.
The green one is your current health, and then the blue one is your AC.
Cool.
Yeah. So I do need to get better at using that. I'll be real.
There's a red one. We could have put our perception in there, but
Potentially. Well, it's like I want to use that for stuff that's like valuable in combat, right?
yeah.
Because combat is the slowest part of any tabletop RPG, right? So I like using that as a way to like speed up the combat because that's the hard part, right?
Yep.
Whereas passive perception, that's like an out of combat thing. So if that takes like a few seconds longer for me to figure out, that's not really too bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's just in combat, if I keep asking like, "What's your AC? What's your AC? What's your AC?" It adds up quite a bit, right?
Yeah.
Also, by the way, obviously, I did just say that a 6-member sometimes is okay. If any of you have a friend that like you want to include on a few sessions for like a fun side quest, where they're just like an additional party member, or they're like the person that's like, help me clear out this cave of goblins, and then it's like, all right, you stay back. No, I go in front. They flex and all their clothes just come off, and it turns out they're a barbarian or something.
Nice.
That was my favorite character I ever played. Was a guy that kept having to get new shirts, and he was a barbarian. And every time he would rage, he would rip a shirt.
Expensive.
Every single time. I mean, hey, listen, common clothes are hella cheap, actually. So,
Buy, like, 20 shirts.
Yeah, he literally just had a bunch of shirts. I love. I was so happy with last session, by the way, when everyone was like, "Oh, we want to like fashion out our characters." I love fashioning out my characters so much. I made one character, and like her entire shtick, right, was that she loved fine clothes. So like she always carried around a huge suitcase of a bunch of like really. Remember that really expensive like dress that I linked that Fildy had? That's like her.
The one the commander wore.
Yeah, the one that the commander wore. Yeah, that was literally that character's entire wardrobe, which is clothes like that. And then everyone in my party was just like, "Hey, you got to leave those behind." And she'd be like, "No, they're important to me."
I was I was recently playing Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which
Mhm.
is in Victorian London, and one of the characters you can play is a woman. And near the end of the game, you have to attend a ball, and she dresses up in like the Victorian gowns and everything, and it totally changes like all the movement animations, and you can't like run or climb walls or anything during that whole scene, and it's really
Oh,
frustrating.
really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Wait, that's actually crazy. Wait, so if you can play as a guy or a girl, if you play as a guy, what happens then?
Well,
Or is that
in Syndicate, there's two characters that you actually switch between throughout the game. They're brother and sister, and so
Oh, okay, so
they
it's like a
have
GTA 5 type deal.
they
then.
have different roles in the story as it progresses. Yeah.
No, just pull a Wonder Woman and just store your blade in between your shoulder blades.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, another fun point of order, right? Commander Kellen actually made Fildy add an adjustment to her outfit that made it so she can like pull a latch and the dress just like falls apart. And you'll literally like see her weapons like strapped to her thighs in case like anything happened. That's
I
a
think
that's a fun thing.
I like that we're progressing this as more of a role playing. We're doing a lot more role playing in these sessions, and the combat doesn't have to happen every session to keep it interesting, but knowing that it's a possibility is always keeps us fresh, So
For sure. Yeah.
it's good, All right. See you guys next time.
Yep. I'll see you all in 2 weeks. Have a good one. I love you all. Stay safe.
Thanks again, Alan.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks.
No problem.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.